I've been recording, so I think you.
Shit! Oh yeah, Liz. If you want to hear the other things that happen, that's why you get the headphones I usually get, because he had to get me special headphones because my hair is too big.
Hair.
So.
Because of the hair.
I hear my disembodied voice, so I just don't do.
You don't wear the headphones, huh?
You don't. Yeah, he never wears them.
Yeah.
I just
You don't get to hear all the sound effects.
We can share.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's really great. So there's the other ones if you want them, Maddie. But you got the hair going today. But
yeah, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
There has to be a rule, like only one big hair person per episode.
Oh, that can't. I can't.
Well, I mean, because you could have done it like you did last time when it was all flat.
That's true.
And I do, and I do apologize. I didn't kiss anyone in the mouth when you guys got here, but I'm a little sick, so I don't want to get you guys sick from all the mouth kissing that we usually do.
Well, I've got lipstick on. I don't need it messed up anyway. So I appreciate
well,
that.
it works out. Oh shit! Well, we're here with Liz, first timer this time.
Yeah.
Which is good. And of course we got Maddie and we got Dylan here.
Hi.
And they really wanted they really wanted to show you up because you guys tried to do your episode about cars, you and Christian.
Yeah, that went great. We just talked about Cars the movie and other unrelated news.
It was about
We also
20%
mourned Doc
car.
Hudson too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Did you know
that was very important.
She's the only car to die in that
the
movie.
car. I love that about him.
Why does that name sound familiar?
He was in a movie with Andy Robinson, The Drowning Pool, in 1975.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's how you know him.
Maybe you buy his dressing.
That's how I know him.
Newman's own dressing.
Yes.
He does his dressing, yeah.
That's something. There's a memory
I know
in
that
my
guy.
head.
He was a race car driver.
Who did?
NASCAR.
Who?
Paul Newman. The dude that does the Newman's dressing, he was a NASCAR driver.
What?
That doesn't sound
Back
right.
when it was fucking crazy and people died.
No, that was Doc Hudson.
Doc Hudson was a car from a film played by Paul Newman, who was an actor only, as far as I know.
Who sold and sold dressing.
I listened to Gary Newman on the way here.
Gary Newman.
He's a good...
That's spelled differently though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spelled with a U instead of a W.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fake fan.
Damn. Well, I'll turn in my shirt then.
But they're not here to talk about cars. They're here to talk about rock, and
Rocks.
not rock music, but rock.
Yeah.
Rocks. They brought some fat rocks. What got you guys so into rocks?
They're free. You can go outside and you can grab them.
Gravel,
They're free.
especially. I've seen this guy pull over while driving down the road just to get out of his car to look at some gravel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
That he
shit!
spotted from a distance.
Yeah, you can find some cool ass shit in gravel. It's also I appreciate it's weird.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Anyway, there's like you can find like 300 million year old coral. You can find like little fossilized clams. Like I found like 3 different types of brachiopods where I work.
See,
And
I
then-
didn't know that gravel was cool. And I will admit that, but this guy has found fossils
You just
of
go
all
into
kinds.
gravel,
And like
go through gravel.
moonstone.
Yeah.
There's good
But you
gravel
imagine
and
how
bad
much
gravel
stuff
too.
there too, though, like in gravel that we just step on and
Yeah.
like think twice about.
Yeah, like all the stuff we use when we pave the roads too.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, this is
Teeth
why,
and
like,
stuff.
even when we just stand in the parking lot after the podcast, you see Dylan, like, zero in on the ground and start picking things
It's
up.
decent in this parking lot. I don't know if it's sandstone or limestone, but occasionally you'll get like a layered one, but it's nothing worth taking home really. It's kind of like the DI parking lot level a little
I've
bit,
heard you
kind of
talk about the
monochromatic.
DI parking lot. You were
DI
so
parking lot
mad.
has
Yeah,
good.
No.
their
Oh,
gravel
has
is
bad
as
gravel.
boring as the architecture in their
Why?
churches.
He
What
was
makes
so
the difference?
upset.
You want
It's
the
mostly
round?
gray.
Yeah.
It's
Well, like, what do
mostly
you think,
like a plain andesite. There's not even really a lot of granite.
Yeah.
Like,
just-
you think like it's not something on purpose that it's just kind of
I
happened.
don't know. I don't know what the demand for gravel is from people that don't enjoy rocks and are just trying to put it in their parking lot.
I think it's an attack on us, so we don't go looking through it.
It's possible,
Like
yeah.
how they build
making-
spikes under overpasses so locals
Yeah,
can't sleep there.
yeah, kind of.
But I don't know. You can still find stuff in that like crushed gravel, but it's just kind of sad because like you find like the face of like this cool rock, and then you flip it over, and it's like split in half, and then you're like it could have been whole if they didn't put it through the rock crusher.
Yeah, I'm fine with broken rocks though, because then you can see the inside.
Oh yeah, true.
Like we had these crystal spheres at my job, and we could not figure out what they were because they looked like citrine, but there was no way they were citrine. They were yellow and they were clear. We had no idea. We dropped one and broke it, and we realized it was a calcite.
Ooh.
Which is nuts. Like a beautiful crystal clear calcite with like it's got the flash in it. I call them the sunshine bubbles. You might have seen them. But they're golden, and it was just a yellow calcite, but pure, like clear. It was crazy. But we can only tell that once we broke it in half.
Did they go under blacklight?
That's a good question.
Ooh,
I don't know if we've tried that.
Ooh, I got a calcite crystal for free from Jim, and it's UV reactive.
You should have brought a blacklight.
I forgot. I was gonna bring some UV reactive rocks, but I already brought too many.
I have my giant solid ruby heart.
Oh, that one's so cool.
Yeah, I know it is.
I don't know. I like to carry them, and I like to like carry them in my pocket and like rub them. So like, I don't know, the broken ones. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna cut myself on them, especially when you find obsidian.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to do that.
Obsidian's scary.
You just have them in your pocket to stim on, like just sit there and fill
like,
them.
I don't have one now, but like that's what the little. I have an ibuprofen in there, but it's the little pocket. It's a rock pocket.
The rock pocket. You ever get pulled over and the cops think it's like crack?
Oh fuck! I forgot to bring that crack rock.
You didn't bring the crack rock that you found at work?
We forgot the crack.
Yeah, I should have brought that in your work. So there's this jug of phosphoric acid at work, and I was just dumping it out, and this little crystal like falls out.
Oh my god.
And then I'm afraid to touch it, so I put it in those like display boxes you have the rubies in.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if something bad will happen. And I keep it away from sunlight, so far it's good.
Yeah.
It hasn't eaten through.
Then he posted on
Okay.
his story. I'm like, is that fucking crack?
Yeah. You could sell that to like a.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's not. Doesn't seem very hard. I think it's like even lower on the moss hardness scale than calcite would be.
Ooh.
It'd totally dissolve in water.
I don't know
too.
the moss hardness of crack, so I don't know how to compare it. I should look that up.
Based on pictures, I guess it's like a 2 or a 3.
It seems pretty. Well, crumbly doesn't equate to hardness because the moss hardness scale is how resistant a stone is to being scratched. So it's not how breakable it is. It's not like if you can like how solid it is. It's just what will scratch it and what will it scratch instead. So like glass, I think is a pretty.
That's why, like, with like how they use diamonds to cut glass on it.
Yeah,
because diamonds really hard.
Diamonds are one of the hardest, and it doesn't mean like you can't break them. It just means they will withstand any cutting or chipping, which is probably why they're in wedding rings.
That makes a lot of
I just
sense that
don't
they
want a
base it
diamond
off
wedding
of
ring.
scratches, like especially when you're putting it rings.
Yeah.
Oh, just so that you can.
It won't.
So that it'll
it won't
survive
get
your
scratched.
everyday wear and tear.
This char white kind of worries me. I think it's a little low.
Yeah,
low
char's
on
a
the-
little soft, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
I've got these
And I got-
garnets are pretty stable.
Those are so
Rocks
cool.
everywhere.
I love garnets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of the scratching on the stones, I need to show you the calcite crystal I borrowed from the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
You borrowed it?
That's a
Yeah.
federal crime.
I'll
Well, I was
give it
gonna
back.
ask, is it?
I think.
Is that against the rules?
I think if it's a
Because
national
it's-
park, you can't steal anything from
But
it.
it's like,
or
it's just a
federal-
rock.
It got stuck in
I
a
don't think
shred
it's
of my
a
shirt.
largely enforced.
It's not like
federal
it's an
crime.
organic thing. Like, I'd understand if you stole like an
I-
owl from it or some shit.
Oh yeah,
I
no, that's
hike-
just a crime anywhere. You can't steal owls from anything.
It's just like the size that I hiked 20 miles in there. I was leaving with something, so
we had a
it's just a little one. It's not like
yeah. I want owls so bad. We had a dead owl in our backyard, and we couldn't do anything about it because it's extremely illegal to do anything about it. But it was so beautiful. It was a barn
Even if it's
owl.
dead, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
even if it lands in your own backyard, it's just not.
You can't do anything. What do
Bird
you mean?
laws are just tough.
What did you want to do to it?
I
Like,
just
take its.
pretty.
You couldn't use its feathers and
Taxidermy
shit.
it. I wanted its little head. I wanted.
What do you
its
think would
little
happen
feet.
if you did something though?
See, I don't.
Like pay a fine? Like, fuck.
I don't know.
But they would probably take him though, So that'd be
Tech-
fucking
Probably.
pointless.
I think if you just like shut up about it and don't tell anyone, you could probably get away with it. But I
Yeah.
don't want to try to get away with things. So
yeah. Even with
didn't-
hawks, you're supposed to call fish and game if you find a dead one.
yeah.
Really?
Which I'm.
So many rules
probably
about
not
animals.
supposed
You
to
can't
have
kill
each other.
bats. You can't.
Especially birds. Bird laws are just like even more
I think
extreme.
it's because birds are usually hunted for their feathers. At least back when the law was made.
Yeah, because
So
it was like in the 70s or something, I think, or
That's
maybe
what that was
earlier.
I think it was early. I looked it up and it was like quite old actually. So maybe back when putting feathers in your hats was a large
I'm gonna
thing.
look it up.
Okay.
Dude, the laws for eagles Holy shit! I wouldn't. I don't even want to be in the same room as like an eagle feather. Like I saw one in a museum once, and they were allowed to have that one, but
that makes sense.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
There are 3 owls that live like in my yard right now. Like the tree next, next door where there's no more house because the house there burnt down. 3 big owls that always fly around. So I always leave like Tootsie Pops for them.
Yeah. There's some at the cemetery. I didn't know that. They were just like,
oh yeah, they're so cool.
Remember when I just started running towards them? Like I broke away from the group and I was like, I have to find these guys.
Then there was this, what are those owls, those ones with the white faces and like the little beak like that?
Yeah, barn owls.
Oh.
There was a bunch of those back when I was a kid there.
Remember
I think they're still right. I can hear them. I don't see them anymore though because they hoot different.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when a bat landed on your hearse?
Remember when a bat... No, it spawned in my kitchen. I don't know where it came from. We still don't know. I just went upstairs. There was a bat on the goddamn wall. Alive and chilling. I'm pretty confused. We don't know where he came from. We chased him around the house for a minute. We finally... He was hanging up on the shelf. This was the most... It happened on World Goth Day, by the way.
Whoa.
So that was really cool.
That's even more fitting.
Maybe it was somebody then.
Probably.
Robert
Smith, but he's still alive. But also Robert Smith.
Do you have a chimney?
I don't want to Google it. I'm too lazy.
The one that came into my house came in through our chimney.
We have an attic that we don't have access to. It's like sealed off, but it's this tiny little scary room.
Maybe there's a ton of bats up there.
That's my theory, is there's probably a fuck ton of bats. And one of them somehow, I still don't know how he ended up in my kitchen. But we got him into a little teacup and put the saucer on top of it, and then we were letting him go outside, so we just put the plate on top of my hearse, and the bat flew off from the hearse, and it was great.
Majestic.
Like. Yes.
I wish I would have kept... I remember seeing a dead bat on, like, my friend's porch when I was a kid, and I really wish I would have kept it back then. Like, just put it on, like a rock, and then, like, let nature take care of it, and then you have a skeleton. Because it'd be, like, the first, like, ethical... Well, I don't know.
I have 2
maybe his mom killed it.
Bats.
I don't know if it's ethic, actually.
Well, as long as you're not buying it from the mom that killed him, then it's probably...
I found it, and I'm repurposing it. That's what it is. Okay.
As long as you're not buying it from the mom.
Yeah, then that's more ethical, I believe.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't cool back then. I didn't see the opportunity for what it was.
Yes, regrets, man. We don't have them.
I don't know. I'll come across another one.
I killed a bat with a wasp nest spray.
I hate this story.
Oh, no.
This makes me upset with him every time.
Do you understand that we're goths? Do you see this?
Well,
you need to give him,
like
show him your
bat
Squishmallow bat plushie and say this is who
you're hurting.
Yeah.
I'm goth as well. In my heart.
But no, I don't think so. You killed a bat.
They have diseases and shit.
So do I.
That's like propaganda.
Oh, it's
bats are actually
anti-bat propaganda.
I mean,
yes,
even
it is. Like
stray cats have diseases.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I love birds, and I would have killed a bird.
Most bats that you come across in the wild are actually very unlikely to have things like rabies.
Do you think I have more diseases than the bat did?
You might.
But it was my house. Again, if I went into the bat's house, I'd be okay with him killing me also.
Okay, that's
fair enough.
Yeah. But
he was just confused, though.
My kid wakes up and she's like,
something's flying
in the house. I thought she had a fever because she gets really bad hallucinations when she gets a high fever.
Oh, I do too.
And that day we had gone to the lake and it was kind of a chillier day and I let them play in the water and then I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. I think she's like hallucinating. But then I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, fuck. So we were chasing it around and we were trapped it in the window.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it'll die by the time I come home from work. It was in the middle of summer. But he was still alive. So I tried killing him with Raid, which regular Raid. And he just like got high and was like freaking out.
Damn.
And so then I did the wasp nest and it just enveloped him and he suffocated.
Damn.
But,
sucks.
Yeah.
I just put mine outside.
Well, there's no way to get him outside.
Yeah. You couldn't put
I
him
don't
in
have
a
anything
teacup?
cool where I live.
They got him like trapped between a window, and then they couldn't get him out.
That's fair. He probably was gonna die anyway, and it just sucks that he didn't die on his own about it.
I don't even get the cool corvids where I live. I don't know. I'm not a fan of magpies.
Yeah, we just get magpies in my neyborhood too.
I think magpies are cool.
Crows are
friends
cooler.
with them.
They sound cooler. Magpies
Until
always
then,
try
they're
to run
pretty.
into my car. Like I'll be driving and they'll like kamikaze into me and almost hit him. And
Yeah.
but I don't know. I like crows.
I like crows. There's these crows in Yellowstone. They used to always like go up to you in the middle of McDonald's. They were used to people giving them fries, so you'd be eating at McDonald's and somewhere outside, and they'd come up and they're like this tall, we'll get 3 feet.
Probably Raven then.
Yeah,
because they were huge.
They're big.
They're bigger than you think. They're huge.
I mean, that's a lot of birds, like owls and stuff, or like trumpeter swans. Those are enormous.
Oh yeah.
One time I was riding my bike next to out in the wildlife refuge, and this big swan was in the water, like right next to me, like 10 feet probably away from me. And he just started flapping his wings and he flew away.
Scary.
It was so cool though to like have him right next to me as I was riding as fast as I could. And he just flew away. It was cool.
Actually, no, I'm thinking of geese. Geese are scary.
Geese are fucking assholes.
They are assholes.
If I could kill a goose with a wasp nest cleaner right now, I would.
I would be more cool with that than a bat.
No, bats are our friends.
Geese are.
I wasn't happy about it.
That's fair.
But
I'm just not chill with geese.
I mean, especially because I didn't know it was illegal.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I didn't know
because you're so against
illegal.
breaking the law.
Well, I'm usually pro-crime, but like... it depends on-
Crime.
Yeah.
But, like, not killing animals, crimes,
Yeah.
That's good.
What if
It's good to draw a line.
Yeah, I draw a line. Like rape and murder, like, that's where I draw the line.
Killing a bat be protected under the stand your ground laws if he's in your house?
If he's in my house, that's the thing.
Maybe
I might
wasn't
be
illegal.
okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I would have had to shoot him.
I mean, like with raid.
Yeah, just that count.
I don't know.
It's technically a non-lethal, so.
But I can't. Man, I can't shoot him because I can't own a gun because again I'm very pro-crime.
Yeah.
Damn, what would happen if you found a dead
You
eagle?
gotta get like a bow and arrow. Does that count?
Yeah.
I think I can have a bow and arrow. I'm
What
not
do
sure
you do if you find a dead eagle on your yard? Because like I feel like if you like report it, you'll get like you'll get interrogated the fuck out of.
With that owl, we just didn't do anything.
But-
An animal carried it off.
I was saying,
But
just,
if
like,
it's an
dig a
eagle, you
grave.
have to like chug a Budweiser and like sing the national anthem or some shit.
You pour one out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do a Pabst Blue Ribbon, see if he
Yeah.
lives.
For my dead homies and just
Yeah.
right on.
American cheese product on him.
Cheese product.
Yeah.
Cheese food.
The American cheese and beer.
Yeah, you just get the squeezy cheese and do like an American flag, and then you put them on top of it.
You can write like "rest in peace" in the squeezy cheese.
Yeah. See, now you guys are thinking.
That's a pretty American death ceremony.
I can't think of anything more American than that.
I don't think I've ever seen an eagle in person, to be honest. I don't know. Are there any in Wyoming?
Yeah.
I've seen them like flying.
I
I've
did.
never seen them
They're,
up
they're
close.
in town. I've seen them around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not terribly often, but they exist.
Do they build their nests on power lines? I feel like because there's some big ass nests.
They have been known to.
Ospreys do
Oh,
that.
there's a
I'm
lot by
demonstrating my
salmon.
bird knowledge right now at
You're
the,
very
at
knowledgeable.
the rock.
Oh,
podcast.
I know. I thought we were
Yeah.
going to talk about rocks. I don't know.
It's-
Tell us about
it's like-
Bumblebee Jasper.
It's like the
Yeah,
Cars
you're playing.
podcast all over again.
Bumblebee jasper is really cool because it has sulfur in it that gives it. That's where you get the yellow from.
So Bumblebee.
Oh fuck! I've been saying that's the
I was gonna say
arsenic color.
bastard.
Oh,
Bumblebee
that
jasper is
makes
a kind
more
of rock.
sense.
yes,
What kind of rock is it?
it's a jasper.
What's a jasper rock?
Okay.
Take it back, like root it out for us.
Oh God.
We're not
okay.
all experts
From-
like you guys.
You're right. From the start, jasper. There's like 500 kinds of jasper. Jasper is a really blanket term for just any kind of. I think it's got to be opaque, microcrystalline quartz. And there's some things that are called jaspers that are not actual jaspers, like kiwi jasper, which is epidote, and amazonite and clear quartz.
And Dalmatian jasper technically
Dalmatian,
isn't either.
yeah. But jasper in the metaphysical world, like in the crystal shops, is a different thing than the actual definition because sometimes they give things like dendritic agate a fancier name like winter jasper, even though it's not a jasper, it's an agate. But people.
But like the scientific definition is.
So there's quartz. Okay, quartz is a type of rock, very big, and you can have macrocrystalline quartz, which is just like the full chunk, and that includes amethyst, that includes that guy. This is the best example of quartz, actually.
Quartz
because
cluster.
That's a quartz.
Yeah.
You can tell because of the way it is. Rose quartz also. So those are the big macrocrystalline quartz, and then there's also
that big one's a quartz.
this guy is a quartz, that guy is
Actually,
a quartz, that's a quartz, that's
all
a
of
quartz.
this is quartz,
All of these,
except for this. Well, technically it is, but
but those are examples of quartz. Also, this too.
And that's the stuff they use in. That's the stuff they use in clocks.
Yes, actually.
How do what's the use of a quartz in a clock? I never
I
understood
don't
that.
know, cause I don't I'm not a
'Cause they
clocks
have
guy.
energy?
I'm a rocks guy. It's maybe it might be conductive. It might be a decent hardness. It's probably a conductive thing. I don't know. I just know how it relates to jasper.
That's so old science. Like, it sounds so like Doc Brown to me. Like,
It's like
we're gonna
alchemy
use quartz
almost.
for a clock.
Yeah.
Like, we found this crystal that we're gonna use for a science thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
Not
it's
weird.
the same way they make crystal glassware out of, but they just cut a pane. So instead of glass, it's like a thin quartz.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still don't know what it does in the clock.
It's not a very good use of quartz, in my opinion. Just keep it whole.
Yeah, it looks cooler that way.
Like,
But
oh,
anyway,
here's a quartz disc.
Yeah, but then you won't know what time it is.
It's crystal time.
Crystal
Sorry.
time.
No, it's okay.
Well, go ahead and
Bumblebee
let you
Jasper.
continue with
I'm
the
trying to
Bumblebee
formulate
Jasper.
how to explain this. So you asked me what a jasper is, so we gotta start there.
Yeah.
So there's quartz, these guys. And then there's also something called cryptocrystalline quartz or microcrystalline quartz. Those are the big macrocrystalline quartz because you can see the crystal is right there. But there's things like agates, chalcedonies, jaspers that is microscopic quartz crystals that are forming a bigger rock. So like those agates, you might have seen them in bookends. They've got the banded like stuff
That's
like
what
that
that is?
on them. Yeah.
Okay.
And so usually when it's more translucent, like light can pass through it, it's an agate. If it's transparent, like yeah. If it's banded, it's an agate. If it's translucent, it's a chalcedony. If it
I was
is
just about to ask you that, what your stance on it was, because everybody has a different answer. So I've settled on bands or agate.
Yes.
Single color, or not single color, but no bands is
Yeah.
chalcedony.
that's what I have heard.
Because I'm standing by that, because like everybody's different, so that's my go-to
I
thing,
mean,
and
people
I'm not
can't
going to
even
change
agree
it.
if it's chalcedony or chalcedony. So like, you
I've-
just say what you want. That's the thing with crystal pronunciations too. Is you just
I'm a
say
formal
whatever.
chalcedony.
I didn't even know agate was a rock thing. Like, I remember, like, in school we would paint stuff, and there was always colors that were called, like, agate. And we didn't know what they were. Like,
What? That doesn't even make sense. There's so many different like colors of agate.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we couldn't make sense of it either, because it was like, if you wanted a purple one, it was a purple agate. If you wanted a pink one, it was a pink agate. It's
What
like-
the fuck?
What?
What kind of crayons did you have?
They weren't crayons; they were paints for like
That's still weird.
for like ceramics.
Oh no, Earl.
I just know we would say agate, and then
I
we would
wonder,
like say a
were
word
they
that we shouldn't have been
paints or
saying it back then.
glazes?
They're glazes, yes.
Okay, so
yeah.
there might
Oh, that
actually
would make
have
more
been
sense.
agates in there.
That
There
has
may have
agate
been
in it.
microscopic crystals.
Oh, so it didn't have anything to do
That
with
makes
the-
more sense.
Oh,
Okay,
they
when you were
use
saying
lapis
paint,
for
I was
dye.
like, what the fuck?
I thought that had to do with the color, so it had to do with it's going to
That
bake into a.
might have
a-
been the contents
glaze.
of like yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So anyway, jasper is like when it's opaque. So you
Man,
can't.
rocks are in anything. They're in our ceramics and they're
Yeah.
in our clocks.
They're in your
Ceramics are rocks.
toothpaste too.
They're in the toothpaste.
It's the abrasive.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of rock it is,
I
though.
don't know
I want to say
That's
chalk,
why
but I think it's
charcoal
wrong.
toothpaste was the thing for a while. Oh, shit.
There's actual bismuth and Pepto-Bismol. If you boil
Which is-
it down, you get bismuth.
You can eat bismuth with your mouth.
Mhm.
You won't even die. I wouldn't eat a lot of it, but it's edible and that's really cool to
Is
me.
it good for your stomach to sell your stomach?
Probably. I haven't tried to eat bismuth.
Try it.
Yeah.
Do you have some bismuth with you right now? Or you can do it on the show.
Not on me.
I don't think I own any, actually.
I
Oh, yeah, I
do.
do.
We have
I think
some
my
cool
grandpa got
pieces
me one.
at my shop that are like $15 that big. So
Ooh.
that's cool. Think about that.
Would they so the colors of oxidation, would it go away as you rub it?
I don't know if it's similar to it. Maybe. I think possibly because I have one that's broken and it's just like
Straight
gray,
gray?
on the inside. So possibly, yeah, you'd have to rub it pretty hard though.
I'd still get one. Oh,
But
we sidetracked you. Bumblebee Jasper
yeah,
plant.
so bumblebee jasper is a type
I'm
of
really
jasper.
curious.
It's banded, but it's a jasper and it's not an agate because you can't see through it. It's a solid rock and it's got like yellow and gray and black and white as it looks like a bumblebee. It has a lot of arsenic in it, so it's poisonous. And my plan for bumblebee jaspers is I want to make and sell a bumblebee jasper yoni egg as a form of natural selection. Now I'm assuming none of you know what that is.
No, what is that?
Okay, so the crystal girlies that are severely in tune with their divine feminine like to put crystal eggs in their coochies
No.
Oh, shit.
to
No.
connect. I don't know what the
You
point
shouldn't
is.
put rocks in
It's
you at all.
You shouldn't do that at like glass. Maybe sure. That's
That's still
terribly
too
porous.
scary.
But most rocks, you can
You can't
just
put
like
glass in you either. We were just talking about glass ass that died not too long ago.
Oh yeah, the Pain Olympics guy with the jar.
He
Jar guy died?
He
He
died
died in Ukraine.
War.
What?
Oh, were you not on this
I'm
one?
pretty sure
died
you were
in a
here when we
fucking
talked
war?
about it. I think you were on.
We're
weren't
not
you?
living.
No,
in-
never mind. No,
dude,
'cause
we're
it
not
was-
living in reality. This is a simulation.
I was talking about poison pussy eggs, and now I find out that glass jar guy died in the war.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Was he Ukrainian?
That's so weird.
I assume.
That's
I don't
so
know.
crazy.
That might make sense.
I
Actually,
think it
haven't
does
even
make it
fact-checked
make
this,
more
but
sense.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. With that kind of videos and even the video quality coming out of that, like at that time, you could kind of tell like the really high quality video was coming out of caves in Iraq back then, and then this kind of odd color was always like out of Ukraine, Russia, the old USSR.
nuts.
So
We lost a hero. He died.
I mean, you survive the glass in your asshole, and then you
Yeah.
get killed in the war. Fuck war. You know
Bummer.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I
What
thought
a
we
weird-
told you about this, Dylan. I'm sorry.
What
That's
a
such a
legacy to
weird-
leave behind.
These are just weird
That was my
times.
hero.
The glass jar guy died in a war.
Yeah.
That's more entertaining
Weird.
than what I was talking about.
No, not at
No,
all.
it
That's-
is.
No, the poison coochie eggs is pretty good.
It was so I hate that concept so much.
Crystal
I
girls
think-
do this shit. Like this is a practice. They stuff.
I don't know
certain-
how common it is, but I've worked at 2 different metaphysical shops, and I've had people call me asking me if we sold them at both places.
So they just walk
and
around
I've
with
been
like rocks in
no,
their pussies,
and also don't. I don't know if they walk around with it.
and they're
It
like
maybe
like shakers.
it's like it may be like a Kegels thing, like you want to strengthen the
Oh,
muscles, but
okay.
you also want it to be a magic crystal for more magic.
Yeah, because they have like things for that where you just hold it in and like
Yeah,
squeeze it up.
and
in
that's
there.
like that's at least functional.
Yeah.
But the egg is like, it's also like, I don't know, it might be like a divine feminine goddess, like, it's my God-given right as a woman to give birth, and that's what my whole identity is based around, so I'm gonna give birth to this egg over and over again, and then I'll feel connected to my
So you want to make one?
ancestors.
You want to make one out of some
Bumblebee
poisonous
jasper.
shit.
Yeah, because I'm sick of it.
Because if you get
And then
wet or something,
they
then
will
the
stop.
arsenic does
Yeah.
the thing that arsenic does.
And so you're just not going to tell them it's poisonous, but it's up to them to know whether.
I'll be like, this is Bumblebee Jasper.
Yeah, that's all you need to say, and it's up to them
That's
if they
what
know
I'm
what
telling
is.
you.
Yeah.
You can put it in your wiener if you want.
And they'll be like, wow, I like bumblebees. That's
They'll
great.
be like, wow. 11:11. The angels.
Do people do that shit with their wiener? Like, do they sound themselves with?
Ooh,
with
I haven't heard
rocks?
of that as
Oh my
much.
god, I just had an awful thought.
I'm sure someone has. I just
I
say
forgot.
wiener to refer to vagina, and that's just a thing I do. And
Oh, I thought you meant like guys were sticking it in their.
No.
dicks.
I was-
the
okay,
vagina is
'cause-
also a wiener to me, and I can't make that make sense.
Oh.
Because I immediately jumped to those obsidian needles and it hurts.
oh,
Vivianite.
Oh my god.
If I had a
Oh,
dick,
and
I'd
it's
put
so
Vivianite in it.
oh, and it's so brittle. It would. Oh my god.
bet
wow.
old
Liz
monks
is
have
just
done that.
thinking real evil thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
No, but a lot of guys like that shit. Sounding.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
I'm open to the concept, just not on myself.
No.
Because I don't. That might be worse.
Yeah, I
don't
think
like-
so.
No, yeah.
Nope.
But I'll like, if you're into it. I don't know. I'm not against seeing it happen. I don't know, it wigs me out though.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to see it happen. I think that would freak me out.
Like you don't want to. Okay, so never
They
mind.
can do it
So
when I'm not
I'm gonna
present.
cancel the next
Well,
part of
there
the show
goes that
then.
segment.
Fuck. We're gonna watch
I mean,
some sounding videos.
If you do it with a piece of Vivianite, that would be
Oh
impressive.
my. That.
What's Vivianite?
precision.
Oh, also Vivianite's
yeah.
really cool. I get to talk about Vivianite.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
talk about
Vivianite is
Yeah.
a crystal that sometimes, actually pretty frequently, grows on corpses. Like,
It's
not
like, that's
necessarily.
so goth
It's
rock.
really cool. It's cool to say like it grows on dead bodies, like it grows on people, and it does. But it also grows on a lot of other things, like any organic material underwater. It will form on. Not always. It's pretty rare, but because it needs really specific conditions to form, and it's dark green, brittle, like needle-like.
So you could pull up a corpse and it might have like this rock candy on it
Yes.
that's actually what'd you call it again? I'm sorry.
Vivianite.
Vivianite.
That's why
So-
I'm trying to drink like calcium, so that happens to me when
Yeah,
I
you've
die.
already got calcium in your bones.
Yeah. Oh.
When you die, we'll
Side
just dump
note, when
your
you get
body
done, I
somewhere
learned a
that has
cool
like the
bone
perfect
fact.
conditions.
We'll just hang you with the perfect conditions. That way you can rock candy all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have my permission to harvest Vivianite from
They
my
found
corpse.
some Vivianite in the Iceman's lungs.
Whoa.
Oh.
You know the Iceman They found him in the Alps, frozen body, 5,000 years old. They found it growing
very
in his
much
lungs.
intact. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I also just, as a side note, really like that guy and could talk about him at length.
That guy's cool. Yeah, I like him
My best
too.
friend, I met him.
You met him? Where'd you meet him?
I got to go to Italy. So when I was in high school, my dad is kind of a weeb for Europe anyway. He went on a mission to Austria and then is not really in the church anymore, but he keeps going back because he's like, I belong here. So he found pretty cheap tickets, like as a flight to Europe. I had never been there, and my only stipulation was that I need to see that corpse on my eyeballs. I need to go look at him. So we went to this little village. It's called Bolzano, but it's also called Bozen. It's right on the Austrian border, but it's technically part of Italy. And I got to go see him. That's the cool part.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
That's
pretty
cool. Is he as cool in person then? Is he?
Yes, and actually...
Because they always say don't meet your heroes.
I did have a moment like that with him because it's like this giant steel wall and a tiny little 1-foot window that's dark. And you walk... Only when you walk up to it do the LED lights come on, and they have really specific lights to not damage him with, which I love.
Oh.
But he was at an angle... I was seeing him from an angle I had never seen him before. And he was covered in, like, a layer of ice because, like, they mist him to keep him frozen. So he looked really shiny and almost plastic, and I hadn't seen him from that side before. So I was like, I almost had a breakdown. I was like, this is fake. They put a fake one in there.
You thought it was a plastic
and didn't
guy.
tell me. Like, I about lost it. And then I went up, and I think on the second floor they have a sign telling all of the stupid tourists, like, yes, he is actually real. Stop asking us. So clearly I wasn't the only person who thought that. And then I
You're not
calmed
alone
down.
in that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I got to see him like 5 more times because I kept going back to look at him.
But if he was fake, wouldn't they want to put up a sign that says he is real?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the Christians do. They know that shit's fake, so they put up signs that say he is real.
Yeah. I think like I can see him with my eyes though, and he's a little more real than God.
I mean, I hope, and I want to believe that it was real, but
It was.
that's good.
It was because they said it
I think
was.
with the amount of effort they're putting into keeping him
yeah.
preserved, that
My
should
only
show that he's
fear
probably
was like,
real.
did they take him out for a second and replace him with a body double? But like that would be so fucked up. They would just be like, he's not here right now.
Yeah.
They wouldn't make a fake guy just
Or
to
if
make
something,
me
or
mad.
what if they accidentally like fucked him up, like didn't like they went through all these lengths to keep him
I don't know.
intact, and then something happened,
I feel like if somebody fucked him up, they would just say that, and they would be like, he's fucked up.
like when that lady drew on or scrapped that fucking painting, like cleaned over it or some shit. Remember that shit?
What if somebody fucks
That
them up
was dope.
and then they're the new mummy? That's their punishment.
That'd be cool.
That would be metal
Then
as
you're
fuck.
just stuck there as a
That would
mummy.
be so cool.
I would love that.
That would be neat.
I'd fuck him up, if
Oh, yes.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, so speaking of bones,
Oh, yeah.
do you know why there's so many shoes at the bottom of the Titanic site? Because no, this is true. So
Because your mom...
so when they
Because you... When I... Hang on, I'm forming it.
does it have the word jork in it?
Yeah, when I'm...
That's a good word.
Because my shoes... I don't know. Your mom? Thanks. Because your mom's at home. Yeah, anyway, why are there so many shoes at the bottom?
So the people treading water, the people that froze to death when they're swimming, they sank down in their wreckage and then they hit the sea floor, and then the fish eat the flesh, and then because there's such a calcium deficiency at the bottom of the ocean floor, it just absorbs the calcium from the bones, and all that's left is the shoes.
No.
That's nuts. The shoes
That's why the only
last
corpses.
longer than the bones?
That's why you only find corpses in
Well, they
like
made
the Great
shoes
Lakes.
a lot better back then.
That's
like they were actually cobblers that took care of shoes, not like little children.
Yeah, that was what.
Sweatshops.
Yeah, because like there's like songs and like from like the 40s like saying that they had to like pawn their shoes for shit, and that's just
Yeah.
such a wild concept.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I paid $3 for my shoes, no pawn shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, shoes were a thing, like actual
They were
art,
an investment and they were serious.
Yeah.
And they were cool.
and you had to know how to make them and stuff.
That's dope.
Cobblers.
Let's see, the Iceman made his own shoes.
Oh, I bet.
Actually, I don't know if he made his own shoes, but he had really cool shoes.
Did he have stomach contents? A lot of the bog bodies
Yes.
do. Ooh.
Yes, he had ibex meat, which is a horned goat animal that lives up in those mountains, and he had a couple different, like, we don't know for sure what it was, but he had traces of different grains.
Oh,
he had
like a muesli.
Yeah.
Ah.
Muesli. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah. Yeah, he's cool. I love him.
Does he have a name?
Utsi the Iceman?
That's just what they call him? They didn't give him like a name?
He wasn't wearing an ID. But they call him Utsi.
He didn't have his dog tag on him?
No. He had a piece of diorite, though.
Ooh.
On a string.
Ooh.
So he was a rock collector,
He was a rock
too.
guy. You guys have things in
I
common.
hope he knew that
That's
he
so
grew Vivianite.
cool.
And I hope he knew what Vivianite is, and he probably didn't. But no, they called him Utsi the Iceman because he was found in the Ötztal Alps, which is like east, I'm pretty sure. Because Austria is called Österreich, which is like, and it's east of Germany. Right?
Yes.
Thanks. I really hope it is.
I feel like it's stuck in the
I
middle.
think it is, but what if it's not? Wouldn't
it
I look
south
so
of
That's
stupid?
a good guess.
I think it's like the east.
Damn, I should know
Alps.
this. I took
I don't
geography.
think the 7 people who watch this show aren't going to fact check that.
Don't
They
fact check
fucking
me
care.
on where Austria
They don't
is, but
fucking
I
care.
swear I was there.
All we know is like Schwarzenegger. Like,
Okay. I love that guy. He's funny. We know him too.
Yeah,
I
we
like
love that
that
guy.
We watch him. He's in films.
Also, Sylvester
Like, hydro in
Stallone,
my
big
fucking
fan.
skeleton.
I like Stallone. Do you guys like Van Damme?
Eh.
Yeah,
I like
it
having a
is
Van
east.
Damme good
It
time.
is east. I'm so smart.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, so
halfway
Innsbruck.
between-
So it's near Innsbruck. Up here is where they found him. So he was in the Ötztal Alps, East Alps. They call him Ötzi because they found him there.
No.
That's his nickname. He has a lot of different names, actually.
And he was a rock collector.
Apparently so.
Did you guys collect rocks ever? Like, was there ever a time when you didn't collect rocks? Because I know, like, my nieces and both my kids, they pick up rocks everywhere.
Yeah.
But then somewhere along the line, they just stopped picking rocks up.
It started young for me. I just like to collect things. I think that's just like a thing kids do.
Yeah.
Like I was too young to even like have it be a thing. I was just doing it. And there was this cool lady in my ward. I was Mormon, by the way.
You're not anymore?
I turned out fine. No,
Well, I thought you were.
I don't know if they'd give me a temple recommend. They might if I promised to like stop being gay. But anyway,
I thought the gay guys became like bishops and shit.
No.
the gay guys that
Oh, not
don't
the gay
come out.
ladies?
Not the ladies do not become bishops or nothing. The
Ladies don't get to hold
The
any...
ladies go to the women room and they make quilts
Oh, and the forest to learn how to cook and clean and make babies.
and make
Do
quilts.
they have those sheets for when you get married? Then they have a hole in it so that you can consummate your marriage.
So those are garments, and you're supposed to wear them all the time. They're just special underwear. They
'Cause
do
married-
have a hole in them because you're supposed to wear them all the time.
Because married people can't fuck.
No, well,
No,
I've
that's
seen
the
that
only time you can.
I've seen
That's
that
a
in other
sin.
religions. It's just to
'Cause
make a baby. Like, I want to make a baby with you, so I'm just going to put this sheet between us with a hole
they
in it.
have these long, really ugly white things, and then this fuck ass like fig leaf apron that you tie over that covers up your genitals that are already covered up, but it's to represent Adam and Eve or whatever. And I didn't see the boobs one. I'm sure the women have that too.
They're like seashells.
But that's like, yeah, but they would have been leaves because seashells would have been too cool.
I thought it was like a mermaid kind of thing.
No, it's like,
Did you ever watch Robin Hood Men in Tights?
no, that's been on my
think I
list
have.
though. I think I owe that movie a chance. Right?
Maid
Have you seen
Marian
it?
I
has
don't think I
a
have either.
Damn, I should
has a
check it out.
chastity belt and there's just this big metal underwear. It says Everlast on it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a good movie. You guys should watch it.
It's been in my vicinity as a
I used to
movie
watch
I
that.
should look at.
I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid, and then like Chappelle's show happened and everything. And it wasn't until way later that I went back and watched. I'm like, that was Dave Chappelle in this fucking movie.
Huh?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I didn't know
a very
that.
young Chappelle.
What a goofball.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But more, what you were saying something about rocks.
Oh yeah, I was in church and this cool lady I hung out with gave me all of hers, and just like I started a collection from then on about
That's
that.
cool.
Lucky.
I got really into them and I started to learn what all of them were, and then there was like an eyewitness book.
hot.
Yeah, that. Those are the
I don't
Mormon-
remember the salute.
That's the like I'm gonna slit my throat if I tell anyone about this salute. Because we're seeing this picture, those two people should be dead.
Are you in danger for talking about this right now?
No, because I actually never made it through the temple. I received my news from an external source.
I went in it once.
I did go to the temple.
I still have my 2014 one.
I didn't get married in the temple. I baptized a lot of poor Jewish people into Mormon heaven as a 12-year-old kid, and I'm sorry about that, but that's the worst I did.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have stayed in longer so I could get like just a little bit longer till I got my secret name, and then I could tell people. But
you know it rotates? It's just the same name every day, and they have like
oh my god, and you can't tell anybody, and nobody knows.
Yep, that's how they've got like 7 names, and they just give everyone that day the same special name.
Oh,
and
really? Did you watch that video I showed you where they did the time capsule on top of the Salt Lake Temple, and none of the fucking documents survived?
I didn't watch it, but that sounded really funny.
You were Mormon too, Dylan?
Yeah, not anymore. Don't.
I've been thinking about joining up.
I thought I was gonna go to hell when I was a kid because I ate a coffee flavored jelly bean.
Oh fuck!
My rebellion started young because in 4th grade I kissed a boy and I was like, I have to tell the bishop about this. And then I thought, wait a minute, I don't fucking have to tell the bishop about this. Who's gonna make me tell the bishop? And then I didn't, and just a switch flipped in my brain, and now I worship the devil.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, it all started there.
Oh, if you want me to get you that wicker goat at Trackside, I have Venmo now.
Dylan's learning and moving up in the world.
I love that goat.
I have Venmo now. You guys should send me
What's
money.
Venmo?
I miss the wonton trades though. I'd still be.
Yeah, we could do. Oh yeah,
wontons.
I could buy it, and you could give me $30 worth of wontons.
I want 30.
That sounds a lot better than Venmo. Fuck.
We do a lot of bartering and trading
Yeah.
within
That
our
sounds a
friend
lot
groups.
better.
That's how
I don't use any
he
Venmo.
shops at the crystal shop I work at. Is he comes in with his wontons, and they're about $11 each
And
for an
that's what
order, and then I buy him a rock. So it's still going through the register. I'm not trading it right across and screwing up my source
So
inventory.
you work in rocks? Mm-hmm. Where do you work?
It's a place called Mystic Misfits.
Oh, where's
it's
that?
on the corner of Woodruff and Sunnyside, and it's a really cool crystal shop. We've got like over 135 different crystals in there. A lot of my stuff came from there. Some of them didn't, but lots of these did. This Cool and Hydra one did. And then it's also a whole salon too.
Oh.
So they've
Yeah,
got,
I get my hair bleached there.
Yeah, Maddie gets
Okay.
her hair done there. Dylan buys all of his rings and rocks there. Not all of them, most of them.
Okay, I know where it is then.
Yeah. And then they do hair and nails and lashes and waxing, and they've got a tattoo artist. Like it's actually really crazy.
It's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
That's
You
really cool.
Get a pedicure, get a tattoo, get a rock, shave your head.
What do you think of other type of rock art, like etched in stone? When you said shop, it reminded me of the lady at Etched in Stone.
I don't know much about her at all.
Just-
Isn't that like an engraving?
Yeah,
place?
just
They just do
engraving.
engraving.
Yeah, we got our
Yeah.
dog's gravestone made there.
That's dope. See, that's more of like that's not my department of rocks.
But do you think that's like it's not like sacrilegious to like kill
It was
rock?
just
No,
landscaping
you can
rocks
carve
and I went
them.
in there. It wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
Well, you can get stuff like different stuff then.
They probably have cool rocks.
My cousin opened up his first barber shop in the same building as her, and we would always help her like unload rocks. She just had this
Yeah.
big room just full of fucking
I mean,
rocks
it's
of
probably
different sizes.
dope
It
ass
was cool.
slabs. I
Yeah,
imagine. I've
it
never been
wasn't-
there, but they got some cool rocks.
It's not like the type of rocks where I'm like, oh, why'd you do that? Like, they're still cool and decorative, but they're not like the
They were
ones.
Yeah.
big
They're not-
and smooth.
No,
Yeah,
I
they were
think
cool.
they should be cut and etched and made really cool looking.
There's a rose quartz gravestone I saw a while ago, and it was really cool.
What?
I want it. I don't. Wait, could you bring your own rock into Etched in Stone?
Maybe.
Probably.
if it's
I
big
bet you
enough.
I feel
could.
like you know where to get a giant
She
chunk
can
of rose
tell
quartz.
you if it doesn't work. I want a rose quartz. I want a rose quartz
and you
headstone.
can get it carved
I
as a
have to
headstone.
I have to be the most fuckable gravestone in the cemetery.
Oh man, where
I
people
have
like
to be
come
the
on it
most
and shit.
I mean, if it happens to me in life, it's gonna happen to me in death too. Is the way it goes.
That's true.
Whatever.
I don't think you should get too calcified in life. I was going to tell you that when you were talking about eating all this calcium for when you die. Don't do it while you're alive. Because then what if you get like kidney stones? Would you collect your kidney stones?
No, that would be
Like if you
that
pass them,
sounds
you're like that goes
Just
right
drink
into the
enough
collection.
water, you'll be fine.
No,
That'd be
black coffee, the acidity helps break them up. But I've never had one luckily, but no, I think it'd be like a really traumatic experience. And
So you would keep it?
I'd probably like either like smash them with a hammer and dispose them.
So,
or
so not all rocks are created equal.
No, absolutely not. Some rocks are stupid.
See, this is where you'll get them arguing about granite.
See, I can forgive
granite.
I'm forgiving granite for now.
Sandstone's great.
What is granite?
You can never fuck up a sandstone. It's beautiful.
No, I'll tell you my argument between it. I do have an argument against granite, but I'm not mad at granite anymore.
Your argument against granite
the Salt Lake City Temple is made out. The Salt Lake City Temple is made out of granite.
That's the only counterpoint I'm gonna take.
That's like that white marble looking shit.
No. Sometimes it's white, but sometimes it's not. It's got feldspar in it. It's got orthoclase feldspar. It's like peach and black and white and
if
clear.
Catfishing was a stone, it would be granite.
No, it's what it is.
Okay, so who's pro granite?
I think granite's cool. It's not my favorite rock.
You
Granite's alright.
I'm pretty indifferent about
out
granite.
of you two. I don't fucking care what you think about
You don't care what I think.
I don't think Dylan hates granite, but you seem to have some qualms with it that I don't agree with.
It's because like look for like moonstones in like the parking lot, and every time I've thought I found one, it's been granite.
Oh, so you hate it because it's been a bitch.
I think I've just been disappointed too many times, but.
Do you know what moonstones are made out of?
Feldspar. But
do you
there's
know
not
what
enough
a
feldspar
high
in
component
granite.
of granite is?
There's not enough feldspar in there. I don't want the mica inclusions and stuff. I just want straight feldspar
What's
so I
your
can get
problem
that
with mica?
Schiller effect. No, mica's cool. I like mica.
Is great. This doesn't have mica, so never mind. Actually.
Mica.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do have a mica I should bring. It's really cool.
Mica's dope.
But
what's mica?
Mica is a rock. It's like flat and sparkly. It's very, very sparkly.
And you can peel it. It's like layered. You can peel it apart, and it's like essentially like a glass plane.
I'm gonna look up mica.
No, I shouldn't be. I'm not. Granite's. I'm not paying attention to granite anymore. There's a rock I hate. I actually hate. I don't. I shouldn't say hate
look
granite.
Look how beautiful. That's okay. So
Yes, I have
that's muscovite mica. This is biotite mica. There's two different types. So it just grows in sheets, and people grind it up really thin and put it in like makeup sometimes and in candles. Like it just makes like cool glitter.
It's really pretty.
Biotite mica looks exactly like seaweed. It's like a really dark green, and it's wiggly. There's star mica. That's really cool.
That is cool. It looks like a star fruit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, you should have seen the sheets at like the rock show last year. They were like that big. They were so cool, but they're too fragile for me to.
Yeah,
I don't trust myself.
I have a mica that's all but tumbled itself, just existing in my rock collection. So,
but I don't know. Granite's all right. I don't hate it, but what I do hate. Sandstone can be cool, like that sandstone sarcophagus.
Yeah.
But from my just the plain monochromatic sandstone. Like look at it from my viewpoint. I have grandparents that live in Wyoming. And I'm like, oh cool, Wyoming has all this cool ass shit. You can get petrified wood, terratella agate. You have those, you get fish fossils. You can get pretty much anything cool you can find in Wyoming. Do you know what fish
fossils are in usually?
Sandstone. Yep. But here's my art. But those are.
You don't like sandstone either?
No, those are. You have to go in the cliffs in Kemmer to get those. In Wyoming, but
sedimentary rocks are cool. Yeah. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Get to your point.
No, sedimentary rocks are cool, especially those galaxy stones. But
this is like touching shit in my brain from like 4th grade. What the fuck is a sedimentary rock?
Okay, so there's igneous rocks, there's metamorphic rocks, and there's sedimentary rocks. Those are the three genders.
Metamorphic rocks.
This is a metamorphic rock.
So
what are those? Yes. Are those the ones that come from?
They're like the transgenders of the rock kingdom.
They're kind of a little bit
change from one rock to another.
That's true. They are a little like cool. Fluid and fluctuating.
So like this is tiger's eye. It starts off as natural asbestos, and then it pretty much changes. It gets fossilized through quartz into the quartz replaces all the asbestos, and then it turns into tiger's eye.
So yeah, and then sedimentary rocks. So igneous rocks are just made from lava. Lots of rocks are igneous. Most of them.
That's the one
Those are the ones that just form out of the earth on their own. Sedimentary rocks are layers and layers of sediments and dirt.
Like when you go to like the Grand Canyon shit, you can see all the layers.
Because that's sandstone. So it's layers because the Grand Canyon used to be the bottom of an ocean. A lot of sandstone is just formed on the bottom.
Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
Yes.
And you stole some shit from there. Is it really that great?
It's not
Is
my
this just like a hole?
favorite place. It's pretty cool looking. It's pretty dope.
It's really cool to
I
go
like
from
it.
seeing like brown to like red all around you, and
Like
I don't know.
Mars.
I lived there for like a week. It was pretty fun.
You lived at the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, we like went and like camped there for like a week,
That
and
means
then
you camped there.
yeah, I like to think I
Did
went.
you get
fair-
mail? If you got mail there, you lived there.
That's true.
I didn't get mail.
Oh, then sorry.
I don't know. I like to think I lived there because I had to hike like a mile to get water, and it sucked.
Oh yeah, that.
It was just like a
that
little
would be
spigot
living.
at the side of the hill. Like
went through an
the
ordeal there.
You did?
it was an experience.
What was your ordeal?
No, his
Oh,
ordeal
I thought you
was-
said you did too. I was like, why is
No.
it like now I know? No,
I had a
definitely
great
don't wanna
time
go.
there.
It was fun. I liked it though.
Yeah.
I'd do it again.
I really like the Moab, Utah area. Is actually my favorite place.
With all
on the
those red
planet.
rocks like that too.
Yeah, the little Utah arch that's on all of the license plates. It's actually, I hate things that are popular, as an insufferable hipster. But
Yeah.
that has exactly as much hype as it deserves. It's the coolest thing in the world when you actually go to see it. The
Yes.
What
hype.
about those rocks where they're like a tiny rock and then a big rock like balanced on top of that shit?
That's dope.
Yeah,
shit's
that's
cool.
the cool.
really
That's
cool.
the cool sandstone. I love
Yeah.
that sandstone. But
So
I don't know,
sandstone's
from
a sedimentary rock, so it just builds up over time. And then metamorphic rocks are rocks that like start as one thing and are changed through like pressure or heat into a different rock that is like
okay.
unrecognizable from what it used to be. So there's like schist is a rock. My geology professor had a T-shirt that said "I feel like schist." And it was pretty cute, but it's like it's wiggly.
So that's like
Does that make
diamonds,
sense?
the way diamonds are formed with pressure and shit?
Yes.
Because I remember when fucking Superman grabbed that coal and he was just and it turned into a fucking
Yeah.
diamond.
Which is not really
That
how it works, but
motherfucker.
it's Superman, so he can.
No, yeah. So
Yeah, he can
it
do
is.
it.
It is how it works if you're
It's how
Superman.
it works because he did it.
Like I can't do it, but I'm not
Yeah.
from Krypton.
Yeah. Yeah. So diamonds would be a metamorphic rock. I haven't even thought about that. Because
That's just when you said for pressure. I just imagined
Yeah.
fucking Christopher
Garnets
Reeve
are
doing
too.
the thing.
garnets are metamorphic.
yeah, because they like get stuck in the host rock and then the heat and pressure
one's the
and then the
garnet?
little iron inclusions.
This red one.
The red one?
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's like
love
the old
that
lady rock, huh? I like that. That's
Garnets
nice.
are beautiful.
Garnets
this is a
are awesome.
prasiolite,
I think
which
that's
is
my
green
favorite
amethyst.
stone. I'm a big garnet fan.
That's an emerald from Minecraft, and that's a pearl.
Now you already talked shit on the rock pussies and all that, but do you like the fucking birth month stones and shit?
That's the one thing that everybody expects me to understand, and I just don't. That's just the one thing my brain. I could tell you up, down, left, right, every single rock's metaphysical magic powers, because after getting into rocks and collecting them as a kid, I got like pretty into witchcraft when I was an edgy teenager, and I'm still there.
So edgy.
So that's cool. But I know, like, I've got the geology brain and the magic powers brain of crystals at the same time. Which
See,
is
'cause, I don't really believe in anything too magical, but I always thought it was fun. It's just a fun thing. Like February's like a purple rock looking thing.
That's
yeah,
what,
it's an amethyst.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what got me back into rocks though. Like I started collecting them for witchcraft purposes, and then like I was lazy and I kind of quit practicing for a while, and then my brain shifted to the geological.
I think, yeah, the
collecting.
witchcraft practices
I like that
alone
one.
do the rocks a disservice.
I'll show these off.
That
When,
looks-
I'll tell you the different types
That
of
looks
quartz.
like the Napoleon Dynamite crystal
Yeah.
for the fucking time
I
machine.
wanted those as a kid. I saw them on the TV. Oh, wait, let me finish my sandstone rant and then it could be
Oh,
positive
yeah.
now. Okay, anyway, so like I go and visit my grandparents. They're in Wyoming, and Wyoming has all this cool ass shit as far as rocks go.
Yeah.
The only rocks in that area is just that plain monochromatic, like one color sandstone. I haven't found one thing there in over 20 years.
I think that's kind of
Occasionally-
awesome.
No, there's
It's
no.
like a barren wasteland.
It
There's
is.
nothing. It's cool.
Yeah.
I like
but
deserts.
I want to find cool rocks when I'm up there though, because
Yeah.
sometimes it gets boring and I want to go look for rocks and I can't find anything.
Sometimes the rocks.
There is some cool shale cliffs there that you could find some fossils in,
Yeah.
but
Fossils is cool.
I like fossils. Did you ever try to make your own fossils as a kid?
No.
I did.
Okay, so I took
I, was
like
gonna
you
say, I
take
think we did it in school.
you take oh, this wasn't in school. This is in my backyard.
That's not-
yeah,
Oh,
but I'm just saying, like,
fossils.
I did it in school. Like,
What do you mean?
So like you just take like two things of mud and then you put like a leaf and then you smack them together and then you let them sit outside for like 2 weeks and you're like, oh, I hope this is gonna be a fossil. I
I have
did
a
that.
memory of that.
I tried to do that with amber too. I tried to make my own amber. Like I took dead bugs from like the windowsill
Yeah,
and then I put
that's
maple
awesome.
syrup
Maple
on them and then I stuck
Maple syrup.
and then I stuck them in the freezer to see if it would harden. Which, in retrospect, that
Maybe-
wasn't maple syrup. That was corn syrup. It wouldn't have worked.
oh.
Or actually, it wouldn't have worked either way because it takes millions of years. But
Yeah, this That's pretty funny, though.
Did you do that like after you watched Jurassic Park or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of figured.
Called out.
Because as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
movie.
see, I thought my rock thing like started a lot later, but I found a picture of me when I was like 3 years old, and I was like, had a picture of like a book of rocks, and I was smiling. So and then I unlocked another memory. I was
the
going through
fire extinguishers.
Oh yeah, I had a hyperfixation on fire extinguishers when I was a kid.
That's great.
Yeah,
He thought
cool.
it started because of 9/11, but then he pointed out that there were pictures
yeah.
from before 9/11.
Yeah, because that was my theory. I was like, I saw the firefighters when it
On
was
TV
9/11, and I was like, I want to be one of them. But no, it started before that. But well, wait, what else was?
There's like an alarming amount of pictures as like Dylan as a kid with like fire extinguishers, and then
That's
there's
great.
a fire extinguisher cake.
That's safety.
I showed you
first.
about 1/3 of all the pictures actually.
You know what? And it's funny. As soon as you said like September 11th, like I immediately pictured like a million images of like in fire extinguishers
There was
at,
fire that happened
at
on
Ground
that day.
Zero. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they all had their extinguishers.
But I was going through it. That also made me like realize like my rock theft has gone back like a lot further, because I was going through a box and I found like these chunks of turritella agate like about the size of my hand, and then I remembered I saw them in somebody's yard because we used to take walks around the neighborhood, and they had like a pile of them out in like in the RV pad area, like where they like park on the side of the house, and I stole like
Damn.
3 or 4 pieces of them, and I actually remember exactly what house it is. And I kind of feel bad. I don't think I can return them now, but
You should. That'd be really funny.
it was 20 years ago.
Like age now, I don't think it's the same people who live there
I don't
unless
think
it is.
I should put it on their front doorstep and then ring the doorbell, and
It's
then
probably not
be
even
like,
the
"What
same
fuck?"
people living there anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have, but I did. That's the only
Yeah.
rock I feel guilty about stealing. I don't feel guilty about that unakite in the gravel pile. That was a $20 rock I got for free. That, which is also kind of a type of granite, which is why I don't hate granite.
Unakite?
It's kind of the same thing. There's just no feldspar in it.
There's feldspar in unakite.
There is.
Yeah, the pink.
Oh.
That's feldspar.
Oh, maybe.
That's orthoclase feldspar. That's
maybe-
like peach moonstone.
Oh, maybe mine's just too rough. I don't see any.
Oh.
I need to polish it.
I mean, some unakite like might not have pink, but then it would just be epidote and quartz.
Ah.
Because unakite's epidote, feldspar, and quartz. So it is technically a type of granite, but it's the bright green epidote that makes it cool.
But I think, I can let granite slide. Granite can be cool, but like,
Granite's alright.
fuck
It's not the best rock.
the Wyoming sandstone.
What
I
do
don't
you
like
think
it.
is the best rock?
I'm a big fan of garnet.
Me too.
I don't know.
I think we can all agree on
Ever
that.
since I got that
Yeah.
1400 carat one from the
Oh
rock
my
show,
gosh.
that's
Oh,
like the
that
size of
one
my
was really
hand.
cool.
It's
You
a
could
great
kill
color.
someone with it.
It looks like blood.
I love them because like I have like a collection of all the sizes now, or for the most part. I have
Yeah.
there's like little tiny ones, and then there's one I bought from you. It's like that big, and then I got a giant almandine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Almandine. Almandine.
Like
know
about
what
that
you mean.
big, and then they polished all the sides. They didn't tumble it, so it's like one of those D&D dice. And then I think I have a slightly
And
bigger one.
sometimes the natural garnets will just have the diamond shapes in them just on their own. Like when sapphires have triangles and rubies have triangles.
Yeah.
And the
there's-
hexagons.
Oh yeah, the triangular. Wait, you can kind of see
You
it.
got a ruby on you?
I have 2 of them.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't introduce mine. Those are amethyst.
Yeah.
That's a star ruby.
That's a star
That's my
ruby also.
birthstone. That's tanzanite. It can only be found in one location. It's in the entire world, Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania.
It's on your finger though.
And then this one.
Well, we
is-
found it in Idaho Falls at a crystal shop.
But,
We
yeah.
found other places.
We didn't dig that out of the
No,
earth.
I wish I did. And then that one's charolite. That one can only be found in Siberia, Russia, in like one location.
I was gonna ask what was in the
slightly
jar.
radioactive too, but like not more than a
Charolite.
banana.
Only found in
pretty cool.
Russia.
That's what this is in the
Yup.
thing. Here, let me.
Dylan bought me these for our friendiversary. Oh my god
Yeah,
in
I
heaven.
couldn't get-
Well,
oh.
you can only look at one right now,
Wait,
I
let me use
guess.
this crystal.
Okay. Oh yeah, use the rock.
Oh yeah, I didn't show you this. Look at this little.
That is
Look at this
pretty.
adorable double terminated quartz I found in a.
Hey buddy.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh look,
The whole
how
purpose
cute.
was
you
the
can see
ruby.
where it came from. So this is a double terminated quartz because it forms points at both ends. Lots of crystals like this one, right? They grow out of the earth like that. They just have one point. And this is just like
That's
rough.
where it broke off.
Because it was, broke off. But this one has 2 different points. And that's what makes it so cool.
But yeah, there's the crystal.
Why does it have 2 points? How was it growing?
It grows sideways. So there's a little
Oh, it was just laying down.
indent right here.
That's where it broke off on the side. Then.
Yeah, right there.
That's pretty cool.
So it's really cool. It's flat all the way across.
Oh yeah, I forgot the whole reason I was showing the rings off. But yeah, look, you can see the crystal structure on that ruby that like you were talking about. Like
that's such a cool.
It's like it's like triangular.
Let me see. Let me hit it with the light.
And there's a star. Some of them can have asterisms.
Yep, I see the hexagon. There's little points.
Which is like tiny.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like tiny little inclusions, and they kind of like interlocked.
Yeah.
Lock, and then based on like the angle of the light, you can have different. You can have like 2 rays, 4 rays, 6 rays, and then there's some that are 12 rays.
Oh, what?
And those are
I haven't
fucking
even
crazy.
heard of that. Yeah, that's a cool ring.
Sorry, I interrupted your terminated quartz thing.
Oh no, I was just explaining that the quartz.
I got excited about the ruby.
Yeah.
That one is so cool. Yeah, you need to explain
This
in
says,
hydros.
okay, so in hydro quartzes, I'm going to show you a cool thing, are when like a rock has a pocket of water and then it forms around it and the water's stuck in there forever. So I'm going to see.
So there's water in that one?
There's a little bubble of water in here and you can see the air pocket.
Shine light through it?
Yeah. So it's right in here. And it's when I move it. Do you see that? It's a little circle bubble.
Yeah. Like a level.
Yep, just like a level. There's water in there that's like millions of years old.
That's crazy.
That's pretty dope.
You break it open and drink it.
No.
No, they're special.
But
You can't do that.
apparently I have access to far more. So if I get enough in hydros, I'm going to see what happens. Because this has so many, but it's not a... The pockets aren't as big. But
Do you think would you get sick if you drink that water?
Maybe
I mean,
not.
because technically all water is millions of years old.
You could, but it also might have pathogens that we don't even know about.
That does go to my question I posted on Threads like a couple weeks ago. I found I have like Saw 3 on DVD, and there's like a special collector's edition, and then it has water in the DVD case, and it has like a little like saw cutout, and then you tilt it and it moves. So I was wondering what would happen if somebody drank that. Like, would it take you back to the early 2000s?
Only one way to find out, Dylan.
You gotta do it. Do it live on the podcast.
It's clear though. It's not murky.
Stop 9/11
we should all
before
take
it
a shot.
happens.
At it.
You can stop 9/11, but and you just collect all the fire extinguishers.
We should.
Yeah, because they're not used now.
Yeah, they don't need it. And the towers, if the plane
Stop
don't.
9/11 just so you can have all the fire
Yeah, 'cause if the
extinguishers
plane
that wouldn't
doesn't
have been
hit, you
used
don't need-
otherwise.
Yeah.
No, we
There's
need
gonna
to.
be a surplus.
We need to all take a shot of it if they want access to our group, like how the Lost Boys drink that thing of blood.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
have to drink
An
the Saw.
initiation rite.
You have to drink the Saw 3 Uncut Edition water if you want to join.
Maybe
I
it would
like
teleport us all at the beginning of Stakes.
Ooh, how would we get back though?
I forgot about steaks.
No, but you know what?
Stakes is a good
Saw
movie.
3 is not early enough to stop 9/11 because
Oh, that's true. I
remember.
was thinking about the first one.
Yeah, the first,
Yeah.
but the first one, I've seen a thing. I don't know if I've never actually fact checked this, but they always show a screenshot of the first one, and you can see the date on his cell phone. I think it was September 10th, 2001. They're like, oh, they're gonna have a shitty day tomorrow too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Better get a really quick flight.
Oh yeah, actually, that's the reason why we drove to Vegas that day instead of flying. We couldn't get a plane. It's a 9/11.
God, man, that was crazy. Remember that?
I remember the day before pretty good, but I don't remember the day of.
I don't.
I don't think it affected my life much at the time.
That's the only way it really.
You were one.
I was one. I wasn't really there.
You're a baby.
I was I think
Holy
I was
fuck.
2 or 3. No, I think I was 2.
You guys are young as hell. I was in junior high.
You're
That's
2
why I
years
remember.
older than me. You might have been 3. You were 98, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was immediate talk about a draft. That's why we were like, oh fuck.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I'm too old for the draft now.
Are you?
Yeah, congrats.
What age is the draft?
I think it's the cutoff is 24 or 25, and then I found out 2 years later. So yeah,
That's
didn't
good.
know. I
You
didn't
can't
know
get drafted if you're older than that, or if you're younger than that.
Older.
Are you serious?
Wait, let me
I
double
didn't
check.
know that either.
Yeah, double check.
I feel like you should be at least
Are you
that
lying?
age.
If I'm wrong,
That's when the draft should start. It's 25.
That's what I'm thinking. That would sound
Well,
more...
see,
No,
but
you
they
wanna
try
send
to
your
draft
boys to
people
war.
that haven't started a
Maximum
family
Overdrive,
yet.
That's a good movie.
I think that's the thing
is
is
that
they
what it
want
is?
people that are like able-bodied enough but haven't started having kids yet.
They
That's
want
why-
your parents to bury you, not your kids.
That's why Andy Robinson didn't get drafted, was because he didn't have kids.
Fuck.
But
No,
Oh no!
it's 26. I have one more year.
aren't you
no.
26?
Yeah. Wait, it's after 26 though. Wait.
The maximum age.
Fuck. Dude, what if some crazy ass shit? Wait, I'm not going anyways. What am I worried about?
Yeah, just be a Dodge draft or a
A Dodge drafter. Draft all the
Oh
Dodges.
my god!
Yeah, just
Yeah,
draft
I'll
them
just
up.
go like live
Draft
in like
Dodger.
a drain
I
pipe
did
or
it.
something.
Do you have a
with some-
drafting table?
Dodge dart. That's pretty good. That was good. Andy Robinson was gonna dodge the draft, and he was all packed to flee to Canada, and then they called him, and they were like, actually, because your dad died in World War II, and your mom is the only person left in your family, you don't have to do it anymore. And
Nice.
he was like, oh, okay. And then I love him, and it's his birthday on Friday.
Oh yeah, it is. Are we doing anything?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm doing anything yet. I have to ask Jaden.
I will have to ask.
You know, it's funny. We were doing. I'm filming another podcast on Friday, and I was asking somebody, and I was like, I don't count on any married person on the 14th, like,
Yeah.
because you never know. Like I could say, like
it's
you could be
Valentine's
like,
Day.
yeah, I'm down, but you don't know if your
It
husband's.
depends on how
planning some
married
shit,
you
know?
are. Like, if you're chilling and are like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, it's just a Friday. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I love Valentine's
that's
Day, and it's
the
Andy Robinson's
way.
birthday.
That's the way you think, and that's the
Give
way
me
I think.
back
But
my rock.
that's not the
I'm
way a lot
trying
of
to
people.
get the.
Oh yeah, I have to make anatomical heart cookies.
Nice.
I want to have a birthday party for Andy Robinson, but I'm also I would love to not do anything. I don't know.
Draft dodgers are cool. You know, if it wasn't for dodging the draft,
I'm
we
scared
wouldn't
of
have
breaking the law.
we wouldn't have Cheech and Chong though either.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm
We
not
wouldn't
like
have-
really afraid because I'm not fucking going. I'll just like go.
Just
live
tell
in
them
an
you're
alley or
allergic to
something.
the sun.
'Cause, like,
That's what
they're
I
not-
did, and then they gave up. Like I never get a military call ever
We
again.
might get to the point where they don't let gay people in the military anymore, so you could just say that you're gay.
We're just
Oh,
all
yeah,
gay.
there
Oh,
you
I
go.
did get a test. I
Too
did
gay to
get an
fight.
ad on YouTube where it was the gay test. I really
That's
wanted
really
to. I don't
funny.
trust the website. I wanted to click on it and take it, but
When I was a kid, I would take the "Am I Gay" quizzes, and it was like
Did you
question
always
one:
pass?
do you like girls? And I was like, oh shit. Like, you can't think of it on your own. You have to ask the internet.
That's a
The
hell of a
internet's like,
quiz.
question one: are you gay? And I'm like, well, yeah, but I didn't know.
Then it's like you are gay.
Oh no.
oh no, I made it worse.
What are you doing to my rocks that you bought for
So
me?
if I could get these skinny ones out, then the big
I
ones
got
will
them
come
all
out.
out at one point yesterday, and it just cannot be replicated.
I want to see how they manufacture these little jars. That's what I want to see.
Well, they just put the rocks in the jars because I got them out, and I'm gonna freak out.
Oh no, you're gonna have to break the jar.
See if you
No.
can tweeze one of the little
No.
ones
Have to
out
throw
with
it on
your
the ground.
fingernail like you
No.
said.
Stomp it.
I've got long.
Oh,
Yeah. Was that the one you were looking for anyway? Oh, look at that! They all
They
fell
all fell out at once.
Yay!
It's like a puzzle. It was just the one.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Oh, it's
As soon as one came
But
loose,
that
it was
one
just all.
so pretty.
It's such a cool purple.
I want to make all of these into rings.
Here you go.
Whoa, it's like really metallic.
Mm-hmm. It's from Russia.
And it's slightly. It's a
Ooh,
little bit
Russian
radioactive,
rocks.
Too.
Russian rocks.
Only
in
found
Russia.
and Siberia too. It's that. It's like
And what are
it's
these
not
called
only
again?
is it only found in Russia, it's only found in Siberia.
Yeah, they're called charoite. They're from the Chara Valley. I think it's like a river valley in Siberia, which is
Like the
very, very
trans-
large.
But the river valley is like 30 miles away from when they found it, which is interesting.
Okay, so it's not actually.
Which is like I think it was just like a good name is why they named it that. But
I'm gonna put these back in. I hope I can get them out again.
yeah, and it was only discovered in it was discovered in the 40s, but it wasn't recognized till 1979.
That's when I graduated high school.
Like, wow.
And you were one when 9/11 happened.
Yeah, it's complicated.
You could have stopped it and you didn't.
I went back to being one. Maybe I got reincarnated. I could have graduated in 79.
Reincarnated?
Yeah,
Reincarnated?
yeah.
You just said that funny.
Reincarnated.
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 I pronounce words funny on purpose, and then
It's pretty good.
sometimes I forget like if I'm with a new group of people and I pronounce a word wrong as a joke, and everyone's like, "Why did you just? Are you stupid?" And I'm like,
yeah, it throws Jaden off a lot all the time, and I'm like, I feel like you've known Liz long enough that you should just not
sometimes
question
I am
it.
stupid. But,
I didn't think you were stupid. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. I'm funny.
I like what Jaden said about me. He said, "You're a weird dude. If I make a movie, there's gonna be a character of you in it."
Yeah.
And then he said, "I'm Kramer from Seinfeld."
Yeah,
that's great.
And then Elijah also said that you were like,
that was
God's
the best compliment I
prototype
ever
unfit
got.
for mass production.
I love that.
One of God's own creations. The only other person he said that about was Ford Erickson.
Ooh, so I'm in like a really
Ford
exclusive
were the only
club.
people that like God made directly, and then everyone else was just like drawn from a template. But you two,
I
makes
love that.
sense.
I love that we're the only two people in the club so far. I'm still pissed. I like left Deep Love, and then like 10 minutes later, you guys are eating pizza with them. I'm not gonna let a headache stop me ever again. I'm just gonna power through it.
With Ford Erickson.
Is that why you carry an ibuprofen with you now?
Yeah, because like if I carry it with me, I don't get a headache. But then if I don't, I do.
That's how I am with allergy medicine. If I have allergy pills in my car, no allergies. The day I forget them,
it's
the worst. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
See, we all need poison rings for our respective pill of choice we have to carry around.
Yeah.
I can have like an iron pill. You can have ibuprofen. I don't know what would be yours, Liz.
Fruit gummy.
Fruit gummy. You can have allergy pill.
No, I want to have a boner pill if I get to choose.
Well,
oh yeah,
gummy.
that's on brand for you.
We're starting a band called Boner Pill. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, is Maddie and me. And
dope. Okay.
Ooh, that's a really fun.
That sounds like a good band. That's a good band.
You'd go watch Boner Pill.
I'd check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liz is more qualified than I even am.
To what?
Be in a band.
I told you, it's not about qualifications. It's just being willing to be in a band called Boner Pill.
I guess so,
How loud you play.
If you guys had shirts, I can make shirts now.
You're the merch guy.
Speaking of boner pills, when I was on Reddit, there was this really cool subreddit.
I wasn't sure where that was going.
I thought you were going to say when I was on Boner Pill.
I thought
like
too.
on them, like
you're hopped up
back
on
when I
Boner
used to
Pills.
sell them. No, no, but there was this subreddit called Gas Station Jamboree, and there's just people taking pictures of the weird ass art on the gas station boner pills.
Boner Pills are a trap, man.
I didn't know they sold them at Spencer's. I was staring at them.
That checks out.
And then everybody was like
everything
waiting
at
for me to
Spencer's.
get like what they were, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, you're looking at them like they were like candy.
Yeah, they were in little package like fruit gummy packages,
wow.
and I'm like, oh, that kind of looks good. It's green colored, so it must be good. And
you
then
should eat it.
no, it was.
Then you had some and then just
pills.
had a boner for the rest of the day.
Ooh, or those like gas station energy pills. Those are fucking scary.
That sounds terrifying.
I've taken those. I hate that shit though because
I think it would make me sick.
It made me jittery, but I was still falling asleep. I did it like on a drive back
Just
from
gives you
a show
anxiety.
once. It was just like, and I'm like, fuck, it's my turn to drive. Let me take one of these. And then I was just like shaking, but still falling asleep.
Yeah.
Still nodding off, but all shit, fucking jittery.
There's this.
I think boner pills are better at with energy stuff. I think it keeps you awake more.
Well, how could you do if all of your blood's in your willy? Then how's it in your brain?
Well, you don't need your brain to drive.
I
Though.
feel like you do.
You just need to stay awake. The car does most of the work. You just have to make sure you don't hit a deer.
I
or something.
disagree.
Make sure you don't hit a deer, is what he said.
When you're coming back at like 3, 4 in the morning, and there's no one else out. You just need to make sure you're not driving.
And I guess
off the
to
road.
be fair, there was that day that I like blacked out for like at least a good hour of the drive. So
that was
maybe
scary.
I don't know.
Coming back middle of the night like that.
Yeah, I got to about where like Devil's Creek is on my way back from Salt
That's
Lake.
what my Chrysler gave out.
And like I just remember that was the last thing I saw until I saw the Pocatello sign, and then it's like I like awoke, and then I was like, what the fuck, how did I get here?
Yeah, that's the worst.
And I was by myself, no one else was with me.
You made it
and
there alive.
so I was like, apparently my subconscious is really fucking good at driving, but like that was terrifying. That's the only time I've ever blacked out in my life.
I think I trust you more as a driver now after hearing that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
it's like
testament
drunk
to how
driving.
good at driving you are.
It's like drunk driving, same thing. Like, look, I woke up one day and then my cousin called me and he's like, "How did we even get home last night?" I was like, "You drove us home." He's like, "I don't remember."
Oh no.
Oh no.
I was like, "I remember it. Maybe I should have been driving." Fuck. But that was a long time ago. We don't condone those things anymore.
What kind of rocks Devil's Creek would have? I've never stopped
We
there.
should stop there one day.
There's a type of rock I have called the devil's toenail that's actually just like...
The devil's
fossilized
toenail?
Mollusk
pretty
or
cool.
oyster. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have one of those somewhere,
I
but
have
I
it
don't
on
know
my
where it
altar
is.
to Lucifer, actually.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
here,
great.
here's a toenail, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one of those
I like
somewhere, but I
devils.
don't know where they
Look
are.
at my leg.
Oh no, I'm getting concerned.
No, you've seen my tattoo before, I think.
I don't think so.
My birthmark that I tell people it's not a tattoo, it's a birthmark.
Oh, I have one of those. It's is it 666?
Oh, I see it. Okay,
Whoa.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very
a,
SLC punk of you.
it's the last tattoo I've
You need
ever
to start
gotten.
convulsing in a Wyoming rural gas
Yeah, we
station.
need to go. It was a liquor store, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We need to go to the
I
Wyoming
think it's
liquor
just a
store.
gas station that they were buying beer at.
But they,
Ah, yeah,
they
for
had
sure.
to go there to get the beverages for the cheaper.
Yep.
And the guy starts talking about the Nazis and shit.
Oh yeah,
I think of it more as a gathering of people. Fucking bullshit.
yeah.
They're starting to throw soup cans at him. I think that's
Hell
hilarious.
fucking yeah.
That's good. Oh, because of the soup Nazi?
Yeah, I don't know. There's just like Nazis on bridges and like
Yeah,
like
a bunch
Georgia
of
or
the
something, and
neo-Nazis are
people
coming out and
throwing cans of
protesting
soup at 'em.
and just making themselves known. So
What
then
the
like
fuck are the
civilians
Nazis
are coming out.
protesting?
I don't fucking
What
know.
are they mad about?
They can't find the clit.
They just want to be involved, I guess. I don't fucking know. They're like, everyone else is protesting about good causes, so maybe we should just go out
That's
there
just
too.
the time. It's
I
just
don't
the
know.
time, you know. That's what I said all
Yeah.
through the election. I'm like, last time, like, I'm fucked either way as a citizen of this country. Whether Democrats or Republicans win, I'm fucked either way.
Yeah.
The only difference is that if this motherfucker wins, all these fucking racist people
Yeah.
come out of the woodwork and they get really brave and get in my face and
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, they never get in my face when I'm with alone or with friends. It's always like when I'm with my children or something. It's like when they know I'm not gonna fucking do shit about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm not just making it up. You know, like it happened multiple times last time, and it's ready for it to happen again.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
What
We're
kind
here
of
to talk
rock
about
is
rocks.
that?
What?
That's dope.
This is a vintage bracelet that I got from Linda, Lovey's Crystal Cottage, and I don't want to say it's real emerald because it's way too damn clear, but it sure looks like emerald.
Ooh, how many?
So I don't know. I'm gonna pretend it is.
Are there
it might
inclusion?
not
Oh no, never mind. Emerald's
No,
a
it's
barrel.
like-
Emerald's a barrel. It's not a corundum. Never mind. Because like
Yeah.
my rule of thumb, because like all corundums will have like little inclusions in them, even if they're clear. But
Yeah.
I don't think that works with
be.
emerald.
Barrels can be pretty clear. I think aquamarine is a barrel, right?
Yeah, it's just.
We have really clear aquamarine rings at my job, just like all the way through.
I want that moonstone one.
Oh,
I keep
yeah.
looking at that
Yeah,
one. But
moonstone's good.
you seen that Amtrine tower at Trackside?
No, huh? Ametrine?
Ooh, it's like
Are you sure it's
it's
not fluorite?
it's like a little bit shorter than that, but
Okay.
it's $30. It's really clear though.
Oh,
I don't know if it's worth
have
it.
2 ametrine towers already. I just forgot.
What's this rock? You didn't tell me.
Oh.
Dylan, you
Oh, yeah.
you talk about
I
this.
like that roll. It looks like a fucking toad.
Okay,
It's
this
really
is
cool.
a Petoskey stone. It can only be found in the Great Lakes areas, and basically it's this 300 million year old horn coral colony, and so they all grow together in these big like colonies, and then they died. They got fossilized and replaced with limestone, and basically they got ground down and moved to the Great Lakes area from the glaciers moving,
Oh wow,
That
and
checks out.
that's interesting.
it's dope.
I know you know more about it than me because you're a fan of that.
I still haven't found the right one.
I like that. It looks like a
haven't-
toad and like scaly.
It's
It
cool.
tastes good.
I thought I ate, but I guess I didn't.
I haven't either.
Dude, my diet's awful. I had I had black coffee and pizza again for lunch.
I still
That's
just
the
think it was
best.
funny when we went to dinner with Juno and then she said the snake meal thing and I couldn't
Yeah.
stop laughing.
Yeah, did she mention she and I both do the snake mill thing very much. We eat a huge dinner at like 9 p.m. and don't eat anywhere before that. Sometimes I get crazy and eat at 5. But just breakfast is not.
No,
No.
I
No,
just
that's
thought it was funny when I looked over and she was eating refried beans with a knife.
Yeah.
I did see that she gave
I
you
missed
her
that.
fork.
I dropped my fork on the ground, so then she gave me her fork so I
She
could.
was eating with a knife.
And then she started eating
Yeah.
with a knife instead.
And then like she saw me staring.
And then
you know,
Christian
and she's
drove
like,
by
"What?"
and was like, "Wow,
I'm
look, it's Maddie," and took video of my hearse and sent it to me outside the restaurant.
what a creep.
Yeah. People do that.
Oh shit. Well, it's like that picture that's everywhere now
Oh yeah,
Like
that's fucking everywhere.
That's, like, we don't know who took that, you know. But like,
Which one?
The one that's me, Dylan, Reagan, and Roddy standing there, and it's like the one that's mostly surfacing around that I didn't pose for. We were standing on like that island, and a car was driving by turning, and they were turning really slow, and we were like, oh, they're taking a picture. And then that's the one that ended up being like everywhere.
that meme page that shared it today. My Oscar sent it to me, and
I've
then,
seen it on like 3 different meme pages at least.
Oscar like put it on his story, and he's like, I'm actually standing right next to them, but you can't see me.
I thought I had it. But
That's funny.
Oh yeah, I think he's like barely in it too. I think he's like behind you or something.
He found like the one that's not cropped. He's like, yeah, you can see me in this one. I was like, yeah. I was like, some almost cropped me out. Like, but shit. But I think it's time. Do you think it's time, Maddie?
Probably. Have we talked about rock sufficiently?
Ooh,
I think so for part 1.
Part 1.
Because I want you guys to come up. Yeah, say what you want to say.
Okay,
sure,
I was gonna say I was gonna explain the types of quartz.
Oh yeah. You've been trying to do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll try it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you have regular. So first off, the lowest grade, you have just regular quartz. This is stuff you can find in like parking lots and stuff. Actually, that's where I found it. So that's just regular quartz, or
That's quartz too. I see shit like that all the time, man.
That could be quartz. Quartz is
like
kind of everywhere.
Or some people call it quartzite. I don't know if that's a.
Yeah, quartzite is like the more.
But it's still or see through.
It looks like a seer stone. You polish one half of that, Joseph Smith would be all over it.
They had one of those at the Oddities Expo.
Oh, that's fine.
I told her and Reagan.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
you did
this
say
is
that.
a stone that yeah. But anyway, you have clear quartz,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then that's the best kind of quartz. And then
Smoky quartz.
yeah, smoky quartz.
These 3 are all smoky quartz.
And then this is oh, I didn't know that one was too.
That's smoke. You can tell because see, it's darker on the edges, and it's also, by the way, rutilated quartz, which is a different thing.
So it's another double one.
I have a rutilated
Anyway.
quartz ring.
Smoky quartz.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just regular clear quartz, and then through natural radiation, it turned it black. And then
Sorry,
this
I
is
can
also
see
a
the
double
phantoms
one.
in there
This
right
is a
now.
phantom quartz too. You can
I
see all the
forgot.
little triangles in there, and then that's just from it. Like it stops growing, and then it keeps growing
So
again.
There's multiple crystal points in
So
there.
it okay.
Do you
makes
see
it
all
layered.
That's really cool.
And then you have. So here's the difference. You need to learn the difference because I see people mix these up multiple times. There's terminated and terminated quartz.
Yeah.
So
People mix those up.
Yeah, I see it all the time. So terminated is the point.
That's the point.
So you have single terminated, and then you have double terminated. There's 2 points. And then
Because it
terminated,
grows sideways.
Terminated isn't the end, like.
and then
2 ends.
terminated
Tourmaline
is
has black tourmaline.
black tourmaline, which like the quartz melts and then the tourmaline melts, and then it's like this mixture, and then you get these little needles that form.
It grows
in there.
through the quartz as it's forming. It's
Oh,
really cool.
okay, cool.
And then rutilated quartz is the same thing, but with the mineral rutile. So it's got, I don't know if you can see these golden like fibers in there.
The little lines.
Yeah.
They look like fishing line almost.
And it
Yes.
can also be red too.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I like that.
There's a lot of iron in those.
That looks like a little bug in it or something.
Yeah,
And then you have quartz clusters that grow together.
Yeah, I think that's what.
And then,
those are really cool.
That's like what I think of when I hear the word quartz. Is something that looks like that.
And that's how some of them get double terminated. You can
Yeah,
kind of
'cause
see
they
it's
just
like
grow
growing
flat.
from the side.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then you have quartz scepters, which oh wait, I just picked that one
That's
up.
like
Never
an
mind.
advanced-
You have a Herkimer diamond, which is like the clearest quartz in the world you can get, pretty much. Or I think it's my opinion. It's my
It's not-
favorite quartz.
Yeah, Herkimer diamonds are cool because they're not a real diamond. They're just found in Herkimer,
Yeah.
New York, and they look like diamonds, so they call them Herkimer diamonds because it's their claim to fame, and they're pretty cool little nuggets. That's
And then
Skeletal quartz.
skeletal quartz, which is it's pretty much a quartz. It grows like a normal quartz, and then like I don't know how to explain it. It's like
it's got
It's like-
layers that are growing inside
it
each other.
stops. It kind of stops growing. It's not completely formed.
It's
I
like
wanna
an
say.
advanced phantom quartz, so you can see there's layers. See, it's got bones. There's shells
yeah.
and holes and pockets all throughout it. It's not solid.
Because I want to say it's like when you stick a water bottle in the freezer to freeze it, and then you dump all the water out, and it's not completely frozen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's
You
like
can
if
see
you
the
did
crystal
that, but
structure.
you kept putting water in it. different
So then it
times.
layered up different.
Yeah. And this is the one, because it has so many different holes in it, it's got those little bubble pockets of water in them that I was talking about when I first came in here, because I found 3 in
Which
this
that's-
rock.
That's the best quartz to exist is in hydro quartz.
In
The way
hydro.
that's formed, in a very crude example of that, like at work, I always pee right next to my car, and when the ground's frozen, like I make a hole with my pee.
Yeah.
And then the next day, if it freezes again, you
Yeah.
see the hole, but it's under another layer of ice.
Yeah.
So the hole I made with my pee is still in there, but now it's under ice again.
It's
So
kinda
then I
like-
make another hole, and so then there's like all these.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. It is kind of exactly
Yeah.
like that. It's like piss, kind of.
Ooh, if you found a volcano or where quartz grows, you could do that.
I just love this rock. I'm sorry, that was a
No,
really
that's a
obnoxious
very
noise.
no. I would if I had that rock, I would make that noise.
That was a cool
24/7.
one.
That's a good rock.
Hello, I bought this guy for $70 from Jackson.
You stole that. It's such a
I
good
know.
deal.
I didn't even know there were bubbles in it.
$70, you said?
Then you have scepter quartz, and then
Oh, yeah.
basically a regular quartz crystal grows, and then it stops growing, and then like another one grows on top of it.
It's like a lollipop. See, it's got a little stick.
That looks like a little
A
mushroom.
little dreidel.
Yeah, or like a dreidel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then garden quartz.
Oh yeah.
It's just like quartz, and then a bunch of like different minerals and stuff get included into it.
It's got stuff in it.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a
really
little
cool.
earth,
It's like an earth.
and then earth.
Don't you see? We're doing
Oh,
show
sorry,
and tell.
I'm not good at showing. I'm like, here's this rock. Don't look at
really
it.
clear. Is this the guy that has a bubble?
Yeah, I can't believe you found.
This has so many like different colors and textures inside of it. Like,
Oh, I need to tell the whole name of what that is
It's
too.
got like a whole like civilization going on in there.
yeah.
Dylan, I lost your bubble.
Oh,
Where was it? Or was it on a different?
oh no, it was this one because this
It's
is
not
the
too
coolest quartz I own.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Ah, right there. And then you have
buddy.
rose quartz, which I don't remember how rose quartz is formed.
It's
I'm
just minerals give it the pink color, and rose quartz doesn't form points.
But this one has an
It's just
asterism.
smooth like that?
It
It has
just
a
grows as a
six-pointed
mass,
star.
like chunks.
That's what I was gonna ask if that's how it grows or if that
No,
like is this polished?
This is polished.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's a better example of the asterism.
See
Oh,
the star.
and asterisms can only appear when it's like a dome, like a roundish
Yeah.
cut like that.
Okay,
And then
that makes sense. I just didn't know that.
That's nice.
It's so cool. It's so cool. You can see this even without the.
yeah, it's
I love that
and then
one.
there's this golden healer one. This is the strongest
oh yeah, that has a
asterism.
star too.
This one's yeah.
Yeah, if you get that in the light, you can. There's like these beams, these rays that.
Oh,
form-
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a star, and he's got that on the ruby in his ring too.
And it just bends the light because it like comes in one way and you see the light on the other
Yeah,
side.
it's like
Yeah.
the different like
Like,
it's like
yeah.
intersecting mirrors in the stone. But and then fire quartz, it's just a bunch of iron inclusions.
That's cool.
In it. But yeah, and then this one. Wait, is it that? Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
sorry, I was
no,
looking
no,
at
no,
the
you're
bubble in
good.
it.
I'll give it back. So this one is a double terminated, smoky phantom and hydro skeletal quartz. It has like almost everything a quartz can have in one rock, and I love it.
It's the coolest guy ever. This is yours. I just.
I paid $25 for that.
That's nuts.
That's
I got a
nothing.
skeletal quartz for $11 that I need to inspect
one's
for.
really
It's
cool.
really smoky though, like almost like that, so it would be harder to see.
Is that the one that like you dropped in my seat and then like you're like, oh shit, we got it? Because it was like right when you came back from Jackson, I feel like.
Oh yeah, then yes. If I had just come back from Jackson, well, when I came,
Because I feel like you dropped a really cool rock between one of my seats, but we did get it.
I think that
remember.
may be what it was. That was a cool rock.
I think I got them all. I don't remember.
Anyway, those are rocks.
Those are our rocks.
Quartz clocks and quartz watches are timepieces that use an electronic oscillator regulated by a quartz crystal to keep time.
But how?
The crystal oscillator creates a signal with a very precise frequency, so that the quartz
Oh.
clocks and watches are at least an order of magnitude more accurate than mechanical clocks.
Okay,
Whoa.
that checks out.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So they're always like on time.
Rock
cool.
magic.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah,
rocks are
that's some
super
sorcery
cool.
shit.
Hell yeah, I like
I
rocks.
mean, they do hold and carry vibrations. That's where all of the
The frequencies. and
That's
shit.
where all of the different beliefs
Oh.
stem from.
That's why people stick them in their ass and shit.
Oh my god,
Yes.
that singing bowl you have at work. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's so cool.
You think if I stick a quartz up my ass, I'll be on time to things more?
You should try it.
I think I won't be late to work all the time.
It would. I actually did hear somebody say that putting things in your ass can destroy your root chakra. So if that's something you give a shit about, then I never thought of that, but might mess you up energetically.
But I'll be on time.
Maybe, but your chakras will be out of whack. Then what are you gonna do?
I feel like they were never in whack.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll fix you.
Yeah. I'll be the perfect example of a human with quartz up my ass.
Yeah. Try Bumblebee Jasper.
No,
while you're at it.
no. I'm so glad you told me about
That's
that.
what I was
I'm not
gonna
falling
say.
for that
Yeah,
shit.
now when you go in, if you see the Bumblebee Jasper scheme, you won't fall for
not
it.
falling
You
for
got
that.
the
I got some-
inside intel.
Stick anything in here up my ass except the bumblebee.
So I got my side of it I can tack on to your Bumblebee Jasper thing. I saw this is like the first AI image I saw. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I saw one where it was a malachite sink.
No.
So you could wash the egg off in the sink. So you get copper
You know what?
oxide and
Brother,
sulfur.
just get in a malachite bathtub with a Bumblebee Jasper Yanni egg. It will align you with your own inner goddess, I
They'll be the
promise.
best.
Oh, I saved somebody. We were talking about labradorite countertops. And then they're like, oh, I should get a labradorite bathtub would be a good idea too. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that.
Labradorite's not super bad, especially if it's sealed. It's not as bad as malachite, but it's like,
I still wouldn't. I don't know, especially a bathtub, your whole body though.
yeah, that's like
Exposed to it.
I know someone who's getting a labradorite shower, which is
Oh, that would be so cool.
really cool and pretty neat.
Cause that would be different than just
You're not
sitting in there
soaking
soaking in it.
in
It's
it.
still yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
that
think it's safer to
that
do.
would be different.
yeah,
You can find labradorite with Petoskey stones too.
that's really
Why the
cool.
fuck do the Great Lakes have all the cool rocks?
Oh, they make the Uperlite too.
Yeah,
with
those
the-
are so cool.
The UV light, yeah. We should bring more rocks for show and tell.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how well show and tell translates onto a podcast,
Yeah.
though.
We'll see. And I enjoyed this, so that's why I'm saying, like, I'm for real, like, there needs to be a
Hell
part two.
Cool.
This was a lot better than that Cars.
Yeah, the car thing with.
Shit. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I wasn't interested. I feel like I sound very monotone today.
That's okay.
I
Because
feel
I'm
like
all-
I sound
I'm
like
chilling.
that all the time. So
Really?
I'm good.
This
Yeah,
is
I
my
make
throat.
jokes and people don't think they're a joke because I'm too monotone.
I think you're funny.
I think that's part of the funny though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
okay.
delivery.
Like that's how I try
Aw.
to deliver jokes is like just stay super serious and then people don't know if you're for real or not.
It's like how Evan delivers jokes. We were watching this Daniel Larson documentary. Who, if you don't know who he is, he's just a mentally ill person who shouldn't have access to the internet, and the trolls feed into him and make him worse. So it's kind of like Chris Chan, but the sequel. Anyway, Evan
reminds me
was
of
watching
something.
this documentary of this guy, and he just walked into the room and he was like, I think he should do salvia and become a tree for 400 years. Like, that's what he should be doing with his time.
Dude, I had a going back to the old pictures. I had a fucking Chris Chan shirt when I was 3 years old. It was the same
Oh
fucking
my
shirt.
gosh.
That picture doesn't need to get
That's
out.
funny.
People Photoshop a little Sonichu medallion on it.
Oh my gosh, no, that picture does need to get out because I want to Photoshop a little
No,
Sonichu medallion.
that's why I
on it.
only show you my. That's why I only show you, like, send them on Snapchat or like show them in person. So, oh wait, no, people can still
I
save
can
them on
download
Snapchat.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can just say, hey, what the fuck? And then I'm like, well, I already have it.
That reminds me, I
Yeah.
should send some pictures I saw last night. You'll know why I don't grow my facial hair out.
My gosh, that's funny.
It was pre-goth me. It was like 2 years or a year before.
Yeah.
And you're trying and you just not grow out too
It
well.
just doesn't look good. Nothing connects. It's just beard, sideburns, mustache, and it's awful.
You look like one of those toys with the magnets where you have to like draw the fucking beard on the guy.
No, it's like a toy that got like sticky from like suckers, and then you dropped it.
You drop
You
it.
dropped it in cubes.
Like in pubes.
Yeah, specifically.
Damn.
He had pubes on his face.
Damn.
I have pubes on my face. I have my
I
face
think that's called a beard.
my face pubes are getting gray too, which is
Okay.
fucking terrible. But
Just start dyeing them fun colors.
that's not a bad idea. But I've never dyed anything. Like I want to start
It's
now.
easy.
That's a really funnily
No,
controversial.
it's not because it's difficult.
thing.
I just, you know,
You just got to do it.
Cool.
Live life.
No.
Worst case, you can shave it and then it'll be normal and grow back.
No, I shave like every other week or so.
If you dye it and it's weird, then you can just shave it.
Yeah, but
It's kind of a waste of time, but like you learned something.
it's not so much that. It just doesn't dyeing anything on my body, any hair.
You probably have to bleach it first, and that's just not great for your
Bleaching's
facial
scary.
skin, I imagine.
Yeah.
Bleaching scares me.
Bleach
just
is
don't-
scary. That's
never
that's the reason why I go to get it done. That's like the
Yeah.
one
You
hair
wouldn't do
thing
that
I
shit at
won't
your
do
house.
myself.
I would not bleach my
I
hair
bleached
either.
my ends when I had red ends in my hair.
Yeah, that's
but
a
that's
little
because like
easier
if
than-
if that disintegrates, I can just cut it off and it's fine. But if I bleach my roots and they disintegrate, I have no more hair.
Yeah.
So
And
I
again,
go
and
somewhere
I've
to
said
just
this-
get that done.
And I've said this before. I think you'd look good bald.
I mean, I could pull it off, but you know,
And wigs.
I'm a big fan of hair.
Wigs,
Yeah.
wigs.
I
I
had a
don't
buzz
like
cut
wigs.
once.
They
I
make
didn't
me
love
angry.
It looked cool, but now
They make me angry.
They do. I don't like them.
Oh,
The
well,
only
That-
reason I wear that black one occasionally is because it stops me from dyeing my hair black again. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I want the black hair back.
just gives you your fix.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it does for me.
You know.
It doesn't look like a wig though.
And
It looks
I
really
get
good.
asked more if my hair's a wig when it's this than when my hair is the
Yeah, I
actual
think this
wig.
does look more wiggy than the black one.
Everyone's like, "Is it real?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's real."
One of the people commenting on our Santa video a long time ago, somebody was like in the comments, very well meaning, but I was just scrolling through what everybody was saying, and they were like, everyone's wigs look like your hair looks good. It's really hard to style those wigs, though. I know how hard it is. And I very confidently said none of us are wearing wigs in this video.
I mean, I
And then
may
I was
as
like,
well not have
oh,
been
I
because
forgot. You are capable of making your natural hair look like that, but you were in fact wearing a wig, and I just lied to that person on accident.
I ended up just starting
Now they
lying
know
to
what's
people
out in the
because it's
open.
easier when everyone asks when I am wearing a wig how I styled my hair to just explain how I style my hair than get
Yeah.
into the fact like, well, this is a wig specifically, but I still style my hair the same way even if this is fake.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
that's why it looks so real though, because it looks like exactly like this except black.
Yeah.
It's because you know how to do it, because you do it all the time.
I can only do that though. I can't do anything else.
I'm really happy with now that my hair is getting longer. I can
Yeah.
nest again. It was the pixie cut was not getting me anywhere, and it made me very mad.
Yeah, this looks good.
Thanks.
I mean, I didn't see the pixie cut, but this looks good.
Yeah, I had a buzz cut for like a second, and it looked cool. I dyed it fun colors, but then like I don't think it looked good. Lots of people thought it did, so that's cool.
I mean, I
At
think
least
you made it work really well. Like,
But you did-
I
but
made it
you
work
weren't-
because I had to.
But you weren't like,
I woke up and I was like, I have to slay, otherwise I'm gonna look really bad. So I have to have a buzz cut on purpose if I have a buzz cut. I can't go no makeup with a buzz cut. It just does not look good. So
I don't know. I can't do like a lot of hairspray that much in my hair. I'm gonna try to be better about that, but like the whole time I have it on, I'm thinking, oh, I gotta go home and shower and wash all this out.
See, just do what I do. Keep it going for days.
See,
like the mohawk, I did that over the weekend for the oddities show, but then the next day I just like slept sideways so it stayed intact, and then I went to work the next day with it, and everyone's like, wow, how long did it take you to get ready? And I'm like, dude, I just rolled out of bed and put
Yeah.
makeup on. That's all I had to do.
I
Like,
have to wash it out. It drives me crazy
I
to
can't.
sleep in
It
it.
feels dry, and I don't know. It makes
Yeah.
my head hot.
Also, my girlfriend won't cuddle me if my hair's in goth in bed, so I have to shower
Aw.
before. But I mean, she will, but she just won't like it, and so that's fair.
that's
I'm not gonna
fair.
do that to her.
Jaden doesn't like when he gets a face full of hair either.
That's what they don't tell you about dating a goth girl. Is the hair is gonna be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still have that picture I took of you at King Diamond, like POV. You're at a concert.
Oh, yeah.
oh shit, yeah, she was
It's just all my hair.
It's just lit up like
Yeah.
those like fiber optic lamps. It's great.
It looked good.
It was
looked
fun. It was
cool.
fun.
That's pretty funny. I made a lot of
Speaking
shit over
hair, you
here.
know what like a funnily controversial thing is, at least when I was in the Mormon church, it was beards. People
yeah.
freaked out if you had a long beard.
They were weirdly passive aggressive
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
too.
Really?
oh no, they weren't passive aggressive to me.
Isn't that how all their old like founders were? Bearded.
Yeah, like the Snow dude. I don't remember his name. Lorenzo
Lorenzo
Snow.
Snow.
But yeah, no, they weren't
That's a
passive.
cool name.
That's an awesome name. Yeah.
I don't know, but they weren't passive aggressive to my dad. They just like straight up like said he looked like he was from like the Taliban. Taliban is like,
Oh my
holy
God.
They
shit.
said that to my
What
dad.
the
That's
fuck?
really funny.
And that guy-
the
and
Taliban
that-
is when you have a beard.
And that guy went on to be the bishop, the new bishop.
Oh, dope! I love that so much.
He's about as short as he is wide, though.
I say that. I
He
say
just
that
wanted
to my
talk
cousin
about
all the
looks.
time too, though. Like, don't worry.
Which crazy fact? I saw it. I was watching the. There's this dude at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. Dude, the lapis they have there is like straight up from like directly from the Taliban mines, and that's just a fucking wild concept to
That's
me.
kind of dope.
It's like I made it all the way from there to Tucson, Arizona. It's just a
Kinda
crazy
fun.
concept
Yeah.
to me. But
I'm gonna bring my Moldavite next.
Moldavite's cool.
I almost brought my Moldavite.
I think I'll
How
just
many
bring
more?
all the
Like,
rocks
how
I
many
have.
more rocks did you guys not bring?
Oh,
boxes?
I have so I have a lot of my
too
big
many.
giant rocks on display on a whole shelf, color coordinated, and then I have a set of drawers with all of my tumbled rocks alphabetized, and I have one, I think, for every letter of the alphabet at least.
nice.
I have so many. I cannot.
Damn.
they
bring all
both have a lot of
rocks.
rocks. They have
You're
different
so
rocks
much
on
more
them every
organized than
time
I
they
am.
come to my
So
house.
I had to get organized because I got way too many, and they were just in places. And I put them on different altars sometimes. I feel like I have so many different altars to so many different deities and fictional characters, and it gets because I will leave an offering. That's my favorite thing to do. So I just have for everything that I've ever loved in my life. I'm like, I'm gonna leave a rock for Andy Robinson, who's a real guy and probably doesn't care, but.
I feel like he would care. I think he
like,
would
why
think
wouldn't
it's
you
great.
care? That's really sweet.
I leave
Yeah.
rocks on people's grave. I left a rock on
That's cool.
Sarah's mausoleum
Yeah.
for hiding us
Yeah.
from those weird truck people.
Sarah's a homie.
But yeah, I just have like I kind of have my found rocks organized. Like I have my feldspars in one bag, my chalcedonies in the other, and then I have like miscellaneous, and then petrified woods. And then all my tumbled rocks, I just have like one of those skull bowls from Spirit Halloween, and they're just all in there.
yeah.
And I just reach in there, and whatever rock I grab is the one I sleep with that night.
Hey, did you guys see that petrified turd? It was like a
Oh.
caveman turd or some shit.
Copperlight.
Coprolite, we have one at. Anyway, our family like collects a shit ton of rocks, and like anyway, we were going through the box, and we found like a whole bunch of copperite. I can't
Coprolites.
talk tonight.
That's
but
what those are. Those
anyway,
are the
it's
petrified
like
poops.
it's like
Yeah.
perfectly shaped. It's like slumped over, and it's really cool.
That's great. Yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's crazy. I wish I had like my own poop petrified like that.
Might take a while.
Stick it in the freezer like I did the
Yeah.
Chinese
Yeah.
chamber.
Put it in
With-
resin like they did.
Just
with that.
Just make
I was
sure
gonna- I
you
was
keep
gonna
it
put-
away from your kids.
I was
Like,
gonna put maple syrup on it and stick it in the freezer.
That would work. too.
Next time I get one of them Loch Ness monster ones. You know, they stick out like that.
Yeah. Yes, I know what you mean. I get it now.
Wait, isn't it like the Loch Ness monster was like a whale dick? Like they confirmed it, like the picture.
I don't think
from
it's
the 20s?
confirmed.
Really?
I like to think that's what it
I'm
is. I
gonna
think
say a
that's
lot of
really
words.
funny.
Whale dick.
There's no, it's not a whale dick.
It's a whale peener.
Do they have whales in the Loch Ness?
Oh yeah.
Do they?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they do.
I don't think
deep
they
is it?
do. It's pretty damn deep. That's where mostly the theory comes from. Is it's pretty freaking huge, and
Maybe it was the monster's
lots
dick.
of things we don't know about could be there.
I
So
don't-
maybe it's a
we-
monster.
we
Is it
don't-
salt water in there?
I don't. I
Because
think-
whales are always in salt water, right? They're not
Yeah, I
much
don't
in
think
fresh
they will.
water.
It's
I
up
don't
to
think
the-
so.
There's
think
this
it's
really
Aleister
stupid
Crowley's
movie where
fault.
this guy like stuck a bunch of sharks in a fucking lake. It's really fucking stupid.
What?
I think it's called Shark Night.
Oh, okay. That's
You guys,
fun.
should, you guys should watch it. It's
Shark-
it's fun,
No,
stupid.
what I'm
like,
going to make you guys watch is Sharkula. Have you seen Sharkula?
What?
No, but I'll watch it.
Shark
sounds
It's
good.
called Sharkula. That's all you need to know. There's a
That's all I need.
they
No,
have
I'm already
a
sold.
little rubber hand puppet of a shark that they put in front of the camera, and then people in the background. And
Oh
it has
yeah, that's
really
just like
bad
Dark
eyes,
Shadows effects.
Except it's like modern, and it's like almost Len Kabasinski, but
Okay.
far worse. No shade to Len Kabasinski. I love Len Kabasinski. Put me in one of your movies, but it's just good. It's called Sharkula, and then they have I think it was called Noah's Shark.
What?
There's also Shark Exorcist. This that might have been made by the
I've
same
seen
person.
clips from Shark Exorcist.
Exorcist
That's
is
the
a
one I was trying to
particular
remember.
one.
Because I remember a shark and a priest movie, and I couldn't remember the name.
Yes.
But
I
thanks,
just remember
I forgot.
Velocipaster.
Yeah. We need to watch that one.
I've
That
heard
one.
that one. That one sounds good. That when my kid was watching fucking Baby Shark one time, and there's this fucking Dracula, and the shark is a dentist, and then the Dracula goes to the shark dentist because his fucking fangs fell out, and then the shark has
That's
to put,
kind of cute,
then
actually.
the shark has to put the fangs back, and then they do a little dances. So
That's
fucking,
really
me
pretty
and my
cute,
older
actually.
daughter had a really good laugh at that, and then my younger daughter got all mad because we were laughing.
I'll get respect. I'll give respect to Baby Shark for that one.
It was funny. He's all sad because he didn't have his fucking fangs.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I can't wear fangs. I have a stupid retainer.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
No, I should show you.
I know more than dentists and orthodontists.
No, this is I don't side with the dentist normally, but this is where I'm siding with them. I'll
How
send
long
you.
have you had it in?
Since
Has it
sixth
been more
grade.
than 2 years? If it's been more than 2 years, it's time for it to come out.
No, I need to show you my going back to old pictures. I need to show you what my teeth look
You're
like.
really coming
before
off as an
braces.
anti-dentite right now.
I am.
You are.
Okay,
I
you know,
am.
normally
Actually, not dentists. Dentists are okay. Orthodontists, I fucking hate them.
No,
Okay.
I remember that story, and I don't blame you one bit.
Yep, I'm valid. I think it's fair.
No,
Why, what
my
happened to you?
teeth were fucked up.
I had my braces on for too long, and I don't know. Long story short, I had to just go in after the 5 years that I had them on or whatever, and I basically was like, "You're gonna take these off, or I'm gonna go home and take them off myself. So what do you want to happen?" And I bullied them into taking my braces off for me.
Did they kind of go? They kind of sighed about it. Like,
Yeah, they tried real hard to convince me not to. They tried hard to for years. And eventually I was just like, this is fucking stupid. I don't need braces anymore. So, and I was right.
I needed them. I had full on half-inch gaps
I
between my
needed
teeth.
braces,
It
but
was
I didn't
bad.
need them for 5 years. You should not have braces on for 5 years.
and then
No,
usually
my-
2
yeah,
years.
5 years is a long
Yeah,
time.
it's like 2 years usually is like the max
then
that people
sometimes
need braces
I see
on.
people that get them off and then they end up having to get them back on.
So usually if they have to get them back on, it's because they didn't wear their temporary retainers, because you have those retainers you have to put in and sleep with them in.
And they didn't do that shit.
And because there's still a period of time after that your teeth will shift. I mean, forever your teeth will shift anyway. That's why when you have those permanent retainers, not the ones you sleep in your teeth, you're supposed to actually get them removed after 2 years, because your teeth will shift naturally a little bit anyway, and it will happen regardless of if you have a retainer in or not. And that's what happened to me. They kept it in because I went to a really sketchy dentist. He was like this weird guy with
got a
bad
yellow
teeth that wore gold chains and just talked about guns the whole time.
You can't go to a bad teeth dentist.
Yeah, it was real bad, but I was a kid and had no choice. So I went there, and they never told me to take that I needed to get the retainer out. I found out it was actually like a pit stop dentist. It's not one that you were, or orthodontist. It wasn't one you were supposed to go to regularly. It was one that if you're like a trucker and you had to go
I'll give you mine
do
again
something
in
real
return.
quick, that's where you would
Like
go.
something happened on the road or some shit.
Yeah, so that's where I was fucking going to get my
Moves a
teeth
little bit.
worked on, and that was my first
I have a
problem.
Jaws loop at home.
And
I'm
so
gonna look at it
then
under
years
there.
later, my teeth shifted enough that it broke the retainer, and I had metal hanging loose in my mouth. And I called and was like, "Hey, can I get an emergency appointment to get this out? Because I can't eat, I can barely talk because there's metal hanging loose in my mouth." And they were like, "We can't get you in until Wednesday," which was
That's crazy.
days away. And I was like, "Well, this is kind of a problem now. I can't eat." So then I ended up just going into the bathroom and breaking it off myself, which I should not have done.
Well, they had no other choice, though.
Yeah, I didn't
pride.
have any other choice. And then I went to the orthodontist or the dentist or something. I don't remember. It must have been the orthodontist. A year later,
one.
and I was like, "Hey, there's still some of that glue that you put in my mouth for it. Can you clean that out while
That's
you
the
just
first
do
one
my
I found.
regular
That's the
cleaning?"
one you have to
So they
shake it
did
to
my
get it to the
cleaning,
other side.
and then they put a new fucking permanent retainer in, and I was pissed because I didn't ask for it. I asked them to just clean it up, And then I went to a different dentist later, and they were like, oh shit, yeah, you're not supposed to have these in for more than 2 years. Like,
so cool.
Because of that problem where people's teeth shift. It's only supposed to be there for that amount of time.
Yeah.
So...
Because teeth always shift, like you said. I know that. 'Cause
Yeah.
my friend would always tell me that. Like, because I wanted to get one of my teeth pulled instead of getting the fucking root canal. But she's like, no. She's like, you're just too young. And I was like, I'm like 30 something. And she was like, no, but if you move that, then everything's going to shift and your face is going to be all weird. I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah.
Yep, it's a thing. So I have way more dental knowledge than I should because I've went through too much dental torment.
Yeah, it's crazy that they didn't do like emergency shit on you. I went to my dentist was on vacation and he took time off his vacation because I had ANUG, acute necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis. I couldn't stop bleeding, and nobody could figure out. I ended up in the fucking just going to the hospital and they gave me some magic mouthwashes, what they called it, and that stopped the bleeding. But I went to bed the night before, like, I just slept on the floor because I didn't want to get my ex-wife and my kid fucking bloodied up. And yeah, sure enough, I woke up and just fucking blood all over my shirt and shit. And it was stupid, though, because I went to the hospital, the emergency room, and they right away wanted to put IV in me. And I was like, that shit's expensive as hell.
Yeah, they just like doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have insurance. I don't know that I need that. I was like, the doctor hasn't even looked at me. Have the doctor look at me. If he says I need an IV, fuck, okay, give me an IV. But just, that was like the first thing they did.
Yep.
And so and they were like mad. They were like angry because I was like, no, I refuse it. Like, and so then the doctor didn't even look at me. He just kind of looked in the room and they explained what was happening. And he was just wrote out a prescription. I'm like, that fucker knew exactly what to do. But before he did it, he wanted to fuck me over with some IVs and shit.
Yep.
And it was
do
still,
that.
and it ended up being like $800 for that shit, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy expensive because they do that. Like, me and a friend were talking about that the other day because they were really sick for like a month or something, and they ended up having to go, and they were
like $500,000 right there. For
well, so they apparently, when my friend went in, they were like, oh, this person's ODing. So they just like immediately put them on morphine and then had them sit there for like 3 hours waiting. And then to top it off, they had them do a, the pee thing, and they were like, wow, so there's a lot of like opiates in your pee. And they're like, yeah, you just fucking had me on morphine for 3 hours, you dumbasses. And I was like, yeah, every time I've had to go into the ER, they immediately just put me on morphine without asking questions pretty much also. Like, they just fucking do that shit. They'll just be like, what can we hook them up to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any faith in healthcare, and I hate medical professionals.
You should just start sticking crystals in your.
Yeah, that's what I should do, right?
Yeah.
It's because your chakras aren't aligned.
Yeah.
Did you get a false tooth, like the tip of this?
Yeah, look at
and
these guys.
Kind of.
Well, we were talking about rocks the whole time. I'm sorry. We were showing each other.
Yeah, sorry. We
cool
veered
white
off into
bubbles.
dentists.
Yeah, I have an anhydro quartz. I didn't even know I had.
I
This
could
is
use
really
a
exciting.
crab wonton right
That sounds
fucking
amazing.
We are
amazing.
gonna
Okay.
start, and I don't know if that, and I feel bad because like I didn't even have. I thought I had batteries here and I didn't, so I did what I could as far as video.
Tower one more time.
But we'll get out of here, especially because
cool.
that was my last cough drop, so I don't know how much longer I want to go.
Yeah.
But we'll look at him waving. But we're gonna do the thing.
It's so cool.
Life lessons.
Can you hear that, Liz?
Valuable life lessons.
Valuable life lessons. I'm Maria now.
Can you hear this?
You fucking pussy.
Yeah.
You fucking pussy.
Is that your ringtone? What are you doing to me?
That's Maddie.
That's the podcast where you took Chris's lunch money.
Yeah, I bullied him.
It was really
fucking
sad. I
pussy.
felt bad, but I was too afraid to step in. So that was.
Anyway,
It's hard when the bullies.
No, I'm just kidding. That
The
was
bully.
a joke.
It's the
I'm
bystander effect.
monotone.
I've been on here enough. I can ask Liz, what's your valuable life lesson for today? What did you learn?
If somebody tries to sell you a rock and tells you if you put it in your genitals, it will align you and somehow get you more in tune with your divine femininity, you just make sure it's Bumblebee Jasper because that's the healthiest.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
That's the one that's gonna do the trick. That's the one that's gonna get you where you need to be.
Yeah,
Ultimately.
hell.
Yeah, you push the
You
button
fucking
now.
pussy.
Oh, no, the other
Valuable
one.
life lessons.
What's your valuable life lesson, Dylan?
I had a really funny one, but I forgot. So here's wait. Terminated. Write this down, Etsy. Terminated.
Valuable life
That
lessons.
is valuable. What about you, Maddie?
That sounded really angry. Sorry.
What was it? Not angry?
You should be angry.
Mildly annoyed.
I feel like there
irritated.
was some anger behind
He's
it.
not thrilled about it.
Validated
Not really.
anger. It's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're. It's not like you're being a prick.
My valuable life lesson is don't go to orthodontists with gold chains and bad teeth.
You stole my.
Valuable life lessons.
That's what I was gonna say.
You could also say don't trust when they try to hook you up to IVs at the ER.
Yeah, and I learned that a long time.
I don't know.
ago.
Gold chains and bad teeth. That like means the bad teeth means they don't know shit about teeth as far as advice goes, and the gold chain means they're gonna charge you up the ass.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty
they
much
can
how
go
it
buy
went.
more gold chains.
It's like this fucking salesman showed up at our work for this this world life changing product, and he was driving a Porsche, and I was like, yeah. You're gonna charge us too much for this.
Well, it changed his life.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Yeah,
the
you
product
ran
that
off
got
of
him
$400 of our money.
Those are
Sorry,
all
I
good ones.
interrupted you.
No, I think
Valuable life lessons.
my valuable life lesson was just that this was great. Like, you know, anybody that's passionate enough to just talk nonstop about something, that's fucking awesome. You know, so that I guess I should just start looking at rocks more often.
Yeah,
Rocks are
go
very
into
cool.
Mystic Misfits
Yeah,
and they'll teach you about rocks
I
for
will teach
hours.
you about rocks.
You may
Look-
even run into Dylan with crab wontons.
Yeah.
That's how
Hell
Dylan
yeah.
and I
Look-
became friends. He stayed in my job for like 4 hours
Yeah.
and we talked about rocks and movies and
I just bring her in the rocks I found in the gravel, and then
they're cool.
we talk about movies.
They're dope.
That's good.
But look for like the
Valuable life
round, like
lessons.
river tumbled gravel, like this
I like
shape.
that, yeah.
That's that's where you find the good stuff. Like like Dad's, like the new truck stop has some really nice gravel on
Gravel.
Briary Highway.
Don't
Like
give
the
away your
gravel
gravel
expert.
location.
No,
Yeah.
I'm too
Now-
afraid to go look at that one. So whoever's brave enough, go ahead.
Shit.
Someone
Well,
will do it for him.
I think we'll get out of here then. But crab wontons is better than.
Yeah, crab
Crab
wonton
wontons.
time.
That
You
sounds-
could come with us. Maybe you won't get sick this
I was
time.
gonna say I'm feeling a little sick, but or else I would.
You could have
But-
one.
But
I would love
yeah,
it.
I was gonna say, but it's got to be better than that curry, man.
I'm gonna start
No,
crying.
that
Oh,
curry was
I just-
good. I don't know
thinking
why.
about
It
crab
just wasn't meant
wontons.
for
I
you,
just
Christian.
I just ate that today.
I shit my. I
forgot about
fucking
it.
almost shit myself. Like I went to the bathroom so many times the next day. Like before 8 o'clock break, I'd already gone 5 times.
See, I never had that experience there.
And like I was
We're
lucky.
just built different.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I work outside, like if I would have been working outside that day, I would have shit my pants. Like
Oh no.
like I was closer to the bathroom that day. But that's a wrap. It was really nice to meet you, Liz.
Oh yeah, my first time.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming back. And we'll see everybody. Say goodbye.
See ya.